From downtown, this is Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam, and you're listening to NintenDomain Podcast. Boom shakalaka!
This week on NintenDomain, we are live, coming in from
California
to talk about The Wizard for our 100th episode. And you guys can say something now.
Hey, we're live, but I already forgot what I was going to say.
This week on NintenDomain, it is our 200th episode. We're going to talk about our top 10 games of 2019.
2019 killed the 2018 star.
I got 12 games.
This week on NintenDomain, this is our 300th episode.
This is NintenDomain.
Here's to 300.
This week on NintenDomain, it's episode 400. We're going to talk about our top 5 franchises that are not Mario or Zelda.
It was a different time. Our quotes were more guttural and succinct, like...
This week on NintenDomain, it's our 500th episode. Yay.
I would walk 500 episodes.
10 more years to 1,000. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's been 10 years, 500 episodes. I think our first episode was I think it was put out in the world in like November or something like that. So we're almost
2015.
Of 2015. We recorded them before that because it took me a while to figure out how to put stuff on the internet and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we are. We are your hosts. I'm Trey, Justice for Miles Mackenzie Johnson.
I'm Jeremy. I wish I could roll all these podcasts into one. Mikowski.
Did you make it a sandwich or something?
It'll be a lot of hours.
I'm John Blippo Knitter.
And this is a place, NintenDomain, where we talk about video games and all that sort of thing. But not this week. We're going to do something a little different. The idea is that we're going to have a collection of guests that we've known that have been on the show and have been a part of NintenDomain and all that stuff, come in and out and just talk to us about what they think about, what they think about the show and their favorite moments and what they hope for the future is the idea.
We spent a couple weeks, bouncing back and forth ideas. What should we do for 500? It's a big episode and all that. And I think ultimately we landed on the best idea, which is just invite some of our close friends and our podcast champions, cheerleaders. That's
our
what
chosen podcast family.
Our chosen podcast family. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, four out of the 5 people are people that I met through the podcast. Actually, 3 of the 5 people. I did meet. One of the other ones I didn't meet through the podcast, I guess. But it helped to have a podcast because then it'd be like, hey, come talk on it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And, Metroid Prime 4 is out. Obviously, we're not really going to get... I don't think we're going to have time to get too in-depth with it. But I figured if, we have some time in between guests, we can always throw. We could do some quick-fire stuff about what we thought of it. I guess we got a couple of minutes right now. What do you think, Jeremy? Like quick fire Metroid Prime 4.
It's like every other Metroid. I get confused and lost.
Yeah,
but I think I'm having a good time with it.
I'm almost done. I'm at 94% items collected, and I'm planning on beating it tonight. I was just I only have the mine level to get all the items, and then I'll be good to go.
Wow.
But it's kind of, if it's off and on me. I mean, obviously I really like it because it's fun and it's the only thing I've been playing. And as I said, as my nickname, I think Miles Mackenzie is fine. He's only like chatty for like maybe 20 minutes of the game at the very beginning, and that's it. And then he's gone. My
impression of I saw the trailer too. I obviously haven't played any of the game. Folks were kind of like a little bit of an uproar over the fact that there's other characters talking and all that. And
well, hello, the last 2 Metroid Prime games had that. Metroid Prime 2 and 3 had talking characters in it. It's like these people forgot these games existed.
Not to mention hunters and
And
Well,
three was really bad. 3 had a shit ton of talking, and it had that weird
Yeah,
guy that's like, "Remember me?" and he like, and his helmet opens. You remember that guy from Metroid Prime 3?
Yeah, I shot him.
Yeah.
like my outside impression was like, for number 4, you gotta try and do something different. So if it's presenting a little differently, good, cool, do something different.
My impression was that people need clicks, so they need to freak out about everything that they see.
Sure.
And it was just kind of like, and even mentioned an NVC. It's like right after the part they played, it's like, oh yeah, now Miles McKenzie disappears. Pretty much, it's like, I don't know. I think we do it too, like where you kind of exaggerate yourself a little bit to get some sort of attention on it. But I mean, it's like, yeah, he's really not the bad thing. I really don't like taking weapons back to him to have him like, okay, my weapons or whatever. I think that's annoying.
Yeah.
But just like the padding stuff, I guess bothers me. But we're at the time right
the
now.
desert sucks.
Yeah, and the desert's whatever. But we could talk about that later. But on our schedule, it's time for us to have our first guest. So our first guest is Jess. Is Jess, my wife, will be on here, and they should be down here.
Who you did not meet through podcasting.
I did not meet through podcasting, but Jess did actually front me the money to buy my first audio recording machine.
Wow.
So that was a big deal.
That was probably
So that was kind of the Kickstarter of the podcast. So it was
in a way,
big part
Jess
of it.
was the first sponsor.
Yeah.
The first patron.
First unofficial patron. Yeah, they helped me to purchase, because audio equipment is expensive, and the 744, which I had used many times, the Sound Device 744, which is a 4-channel mixer and recorder. We found it on sale for $2,000, which was pretty good for that at the time, and I always really wanted one, and they fronted the money for me, so that helped. And here we are, our first guest.
Woo! First guest.
Me.
Hi.
Mario. Hello.
But
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Happy 500.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you for fronting Trey that money so we can have a podcast.
Yeah, on the introduction, I was saying that way back in the day when we first started dating, you lent me money to buy this little recorder that we use for this podcast, the Sound Device 744.
I did. I put this on my credit card, and I let Trey pay it to me in installments.
Yeah, but it really helped. It helped me to have a recorder, and I tried recording podcasts on the computer. And if you've ever listened to any podcast ever of all time, you always hear them being like, "Oh, the computer fucked it up, and we lost this episode." Well, I record it with the Sound Device 744, so that doesn't happen. So it really helps. It's a really reliable machine.
Yay.
This episode is sponsored by Sound Devices. No,
And wives.
yeah. But Jess, you are our first guest on episode 500, and you, for anyone who's watching the video, you also got these beautiful balloons back here that we were trying to fix earlier. To
I
make
did.
them so they're readable.
Yeah.
These are giant balloons. They look like they're about 2 feet tall each.
They're really big. If you tried to
bold.
get them from the car into your house, you would know how big they were.
I didn't even think about that. I'm sure that was
it was stupid.
getting through the
It
front door
was really dumb. Yep. I can't believe I didn't set off the Ring camera. I was so nervous. I was trying to think of should I put them in a plastic bag? Can I get a sheet? How can I get these balloons in the house? And sometimes the Ring camera just fails. And I was so glad that it did this time because I snuck those balloons in. They're big.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
even
awesome.
I didn't even
Oh, it
think
was a
about
surprise even.
It was a surprise, yeah. I was going to put him in the spare room, but I know Trey rides the
bike.
I was going to say the electric bicycle, but the exercise bike that's in the spare room. So I was like, I'll just stick him in the office. And if you come across him, you do. But yeah, ta-da, surprise.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was out working / I was delivering last night, whatever. And I was going to come in here and make sure everything was set up for this. And I also streamed some of Metroid Prime 4, so just to try to get people, just be like, hey, we're going to be on tomorrow, to try to get the word around or whatever. And I came in here and I found these balloons in here, and I was like, oh, okay, awesome. But you were asleep, so
I had to go to sleep, yeah. But I wanted you guys to know what an accomplishment I think 500 is. It is an incredible feat, and I'm so proud of all of you. And you've all contributed so much to this podcast, and I'm so happy to listen to it every week. So I just wanted you to know that. Hell yeah, you guys rock.
Aww. Oh yeah,
heck yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for. It's like the one of I can get feedback daily from you about what you heard or what I was wrong about or whatever.
Hey, you've got a listener right there in the house.
That's right.
Yeah, I was going to make some sort of joke when you came in about if you had how the weather was and how long it took for you to get here or something.
Yeah, I'm your own personal. What's that guy? Neiman rating. What's his name?
Nielsen.
Nielsen. I'm the Nielsen in the house.
Nielsen in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you also helped us out with the idea for this episode.
Sure did.
About having, you also planned our episode 500 pretty much.
I did.
Well, yeah. I made all the calls to the people.
Good job, babe.
And by calls, I mean text messages.
Mm-hmm.
But your idea was to ask what your favorite moments of the show were and what you would like to see from the show in the future.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So I think my favorite show moments are moments when you talk about things that I know nothing about. For real, there's so many games. I love it when you do, like, it's our expansion pack and we bought each other a game for 7 cents and we all played them. And these are our thoughts. There's just so many games out there that I would never even know exist. I wouldn't know various kinds of even genres of games that exist if it weren't for your podcast. So that's my favorite part. And here's what I think about the future. What I would like, you're going to have to figure it out because it's your podcast. I would love it if we could do kind of like a slow play along where we picked a retro game. I'm just going to say the original Zelda because it's one of my faves.
Okay.
That some people haven't even played all the way through.
Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, I haven't played Zelda.
Yeah, and we
I don't think John has either.
We did a slow
Not all the way through, no.
play along. We were like, this week we're gonna do the first 3 dungeons, or this month even.
We're going to talk about it book club style.
Exactly. That's exactly what I want. I don't know if it would be a regular episode thing or an expansion pack episode thing, but I would love to do like a deep dive into some like super retro games.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to do that too. We would just have to. It's just we have to get everybody on the same page about that, and a lot of our game, we have different tastes on stuff, and we just have to figure.
Well, that would
out
be an easy
we'll
way to
play.
go. All the things that are on the NSO, we all have those.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff
totally.
that's readily available, and we could even start with just Zelda because that's a pretty simple one.
Sure, or even freaking Mario Brothers. You know what I mean? Even just something like that, where we play the first 3 levels of something and we all get together on a Slack or on a Discord, and then you talk about your experiences and maybe read your favorite comments or some insights from people who have been playing along. I think it would be a fun way to get the audience involved in something that we could all do together.
Definitely, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we could do this. Okay, I'm thinking about technically how could we do this on game chat. We could use game chat.
Oh,
sure.
Hey, game chat. Remember game
Yeah,
chat?
game chat
Anybody
exists.
remember game chat?
That's
Yeah.
what the C button's for.
Yeah,
Right.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, does anybody even use game chat anymore? Because I don't.
Not
I
at all.
definitely haven't.
I used it the one time when we all played Mario
Same.
Kart, and that was it.
Well, I only have like one person that I play online, like every once in a while. I have my friend Joe that we play Fortnite with, but he doesn't even have Switch 2, so we can't even game chat. We just use Discord, like everyone else has been doing for years. So it's like, I don't know. It's like,
But that would be fun too. Do like set up some hours where we're gonna play, or it doesn't. Oh, you can't play during this time. Talk to us on, you could set up your own Slack or something for it. So I don't know, just a thought.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, that's a good thought. I like it.
We have a lot of different I mean, our Slack, our own personal Discord, I guess, Slack, we have a bunch of different things, and we can always create one.
Right.
Like we create one for expansion pack episodes and all that. Which, speaking of which, I want to mention it now. I'm going to mention it a bunch of times. But anybody who's listening to this, who's on the Patreon or even isn't, it's free. You can vote. Anybody who's just go to the patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and break the tie, please. I put 3 options for podcasts on there that one where we all thought of, and there's a 3-way tie. So we need somebody to break the tie.
Wow.
I also wanted to say I have like an honorable mention favorite thing.
Sure.
But my honorable mention favorite thing is Wart Radio.
Oh, thanks.
That's
my personal project.
I love gathering all the music from the month and putting it all in one place to a theme. And, listening to video game music is like exciting and fun, especially for me. I always like to kind of not look at what the music is from and just like make up the story in my mind. So I'll be like, oh, this is a story of people who are fighting, vampire alligators. Whatever the music speaks to me, the story. And it's a really like soothing and fun way for me to kind of, I'll put it on when I'm going to ride the train or when I'm driving to grandma's. It's great. So thank you for Wart Radio.
It's a good driving thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can find that on patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
I find a lot of songs on there that I've never heard before. I think, Trey, you have exquisite video game music tastes.
Indeed.
Not just the classics and all that, but you're a good curator of lost hidden gems and all that kind of stuff as far as video game music goes. So I often wonder, like, what is the size of your hard drive there that has all this music on it? Because you
it's
just
like
got this
6 hard drives. Let's be honest.
I just got a computer recently, and I had to transfer my music from one to another, and I think it's at like 300 gigs is how much music I have on here.
Damn.
So, and that was its own thing because
She's serious.
It actually wouldn't transfer when I tried to transfer it like through the whatever. And so I ended up just using an external drive and just doing it that way, which was the only way to do it. But it didn't save any of my playlists, so I'm spending time rebuilding those. But whatever, that's not off topic. But I'm glad that somebody listens to WART radio.
No, it's great. I remember.
I always wonder
when we first started dating, we talked about the music specifically in like Donkey Kong Country 2.
Excellent
and
soundtrack.
We talked about like water music and cave music, and I feel like that was kind of at the beginning of Wart Radio. It was like, there's a lot of levels that deal with water and water sounds, and how do different composers kind of make us feel like water in sound. And I just think exploring things like that, themes like that, musically, video gamically is really fucking cool. So, woohoo!
Definitely. Yeah, most of it's just my not AD&D, my ADD brain.
AD&D.
Yeah, AD&D brain. That's what I thought of too.
Yeah.
No, just whenever I'm editing the podcast, we talk about something, I try to keep it all topical. Where it's like, oh well, we're talking about this game. What is that soundtrack like, or whatever.
Yeah, but.
And there's some random stuff for the expansion pack where I try to go super deep dive for that stuff because that's the part of the fun of it.
So if you haven't listened to WART radio, next time you have to clean the house or take a walk the dog, I think it's the perfect music to have in the background.
Definitely. And yeah, at the beginning of it, a lot of those I did inspired by us talking about it, like you said, like the water one and the cave one, and those are all like free. There's a water one and a cave one and a space one, and
yeah, caves totally awesome.
I'll probably end up letting one of the Patreon one out for free for the Christmas since we have like 2 weeks.
Oh, look at that, y'all!
Since we have like 2 weeks, there'll be some free patron stuff on there, so look forward to that on the regular feed. But is there anything else you want to say before?
I just look forward to so much more NintenDomain. I'm so thankful for you. I think you each bring something really special to this conversation. I was so glad when Trey kind of came up with this outlet for themselves to get to talk about, their favorite thing. And they brought Jeremy in, which made perfect sense. And that conversation is really natural. And then we got John involved, and John not only brings their unique sense of different video games, but also structure to the podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
with the outline,
organization.
like John is involved every week in getting the outline together. And
John even puts it together some weeks when he's not able to make this show.
I think that really,
which really helps a lot.
really-
Because I'm terrible at it.
unbelievably, like it made a foundation out of something that didn't have a foundation before. So I'm
enjoyed it.
I'm so glad that all of you are together and that you keep doing this, because I'm definitely going to keep listening.
And we'll keep making it.
Yeah.
You often think or I often think when I'm doing something, an activity, how long am I going to do this? Is there a timeline on this? And for me, there's no timeline on this. Like, I'll be doing this for as long as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I get so much out of it, and get so much, camaraderie and ability to, express myself and my love of video games and all that. And, I see no end to it. I see no reason to stop. So, yep, for me, I'm serious. On to episode 1000 and beyond.
Hell yeah. I'm going to have to get more balloons, but I could do it.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks again for the balloons. They're great.
You're welcome, baby.
You could save the 2 zeros and reuse them.
Yeah, we could read.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think
The cats also, let me just say,
I
when
think
I
they're gonna be
brought
deflated
these
in, like, 2
balloons
years.
into the house,
Oh no, yeah.
Tanuki is our big fluffer, who is, I don't know how to describe Tanuki. He's a giant fluffy cat. He was
fluffer.
freaked the fuck out by these balloons.
Wow.
I brought him in, and when cat's ears, his ears went all the way back, and his eyeballs were his whole face, and he was like, I don't know, do I fight it? Do I eat it? I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
So that was great. I wish I'd gotten it on camera.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I admit, Nuki freaks out about all sorts of different noises. Both of them are nervous all the time, but he's super nervous about any noise in the house.
He's the one where if you flex a muscle while he's sitting on you, it's over.
Yeah,
He's like,
He's
"See ya."
getting up. Forget it.
Yeah,
You ruined it. So yeah. Anyway, thank you, NintenDomain. You're my fave. Can't wait
Thank
to be
you,
on the
Jess.
show again. I hope that they come out with a new Yoshi game soon.
They are. There's one on the docket for next year.
Okay,
So,
we'll see you then. And also, I'll probably see you in January when the new Animal Crossing stuff launches.
Oh yeah, Animal Crossing update.
yeah.
We gotta
So
we gotta
BRB, really.
gotta dust off the old Switch one.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta figure out how to. We'll just have to figure out how to transfer it to the nicer one so you can use the OLED also, because it's just sitting down here doing nothing. And
That's what I want. I want that
I
OLED,
offered it to you.
baby. Yeah, because I always play handheld, so I should have the OLED.
Yeah, we just got to figure. Well, we just got to remember how to do the transfer. The Animal Crossing, and that's the most complicated part.
Right. I wish they were like iPhones, where you just touch them together and they mate or whatever.
Well, the Switch 2, they made it better. You don't have to separately transfer your island anymore. But on the old one, you still have to do that.
Yeah.
Switch 1 to 1.
Okay. We'll figure it out
we'll
at
figure it out.
Christmas.
But yeah, thank you.
Anyway, love you all. And also, love all your other fans that we've met. You know what I mean? Hutch and John Wedgeworth, and
To say they're on the schedule.
yeah. I've never even met Shake, but
He's on there too.
I just, I love you all vicariously through Trey. So
Yeah, I made.
thanks for being a part of this too.
Not to mention the Patreon again, but there's a $15 level where you can get physical items, and I actually made a poster that's just like a montage of guests that have been on the show. So it's got Jess's brothers on there, Tim's on there, and John's on there, and Janet's on there, and there's a bunch of different people, and Alex, and I just thought it was cool. I just made it out of, my favorite episode, all my favorite episode thumbnails that had guests on it that we liked.
And I did cross stitch something
You did.
for a patron.
You did, for sure. And is that patron waiting in the wings there, Jeremy? Is anybody in the
No.
spot?
No.
Okay. Because I think he's supposed to be on at 10. I did just message him again about it.
What time is it now?
9:59.
Oh, it's so close.
So yeah.
Okay, well, I go bye-bye.
All right. Thanks again for,
Bye, Jess.
See you soon.
thanks
Bye,
again for
y'all.
being on
Love
the show.
you. Thank you so much for letting
too.
me be
Thank you.
here and for being a part of the show when I get to be a part of it. And here's to 500 more.
Thanks for all the support.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you later.
Okay, love you, baby.
Love you. So we should have another or guest in a minute, hopefully.
Meantime, we can talk a little bit more about Metroid.
Sure. No, I guess some of the padding stuff in there is kind of annoyed me that you gotta, and also it's like it's a little bit redundant. It's like, okay, yeah, you got a thing, you got to take it back to Miles McKenzie for him because he's the only one that knows how to put it in your blaster gun or whatever. So, oh yeah, and here's our guest right now.
Guest.
2 seconds of, but it's fine. No, this is So our next guest is someone that we met as a listener of the show and a patron as well. But he has become like our has been a guest on our show and just a friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to get your
Oh, there you are.
your gift to me to do its glowing in the dark thing to show up here, but
Oh yeah, there
Looks
it
great.
is. So yeah, on our we had like a full X like $50 level where Jess would make you a cross stitch, and they made one for you, and there it is. Jess was just here but left. Well, because guest before. But Hutch, how have you been? It's been a minute since we talked to you, and I thought it's our 500th episode. I thought it'd be cool to have some of our favorite guests on, and you are as well. You've been a great supporter of the show and listener, and send us feedback and all that fun stuff. And you've been on the show too. You've been you're my Xenoblade fan that I know that knows a lot more than I have. Even though I've seen you haven't played that much of X, you got to get on that. It's a wonderful game.
yeah, I know that's my fault for never having a Wii U. That would have probably had me dig into that a little bit more.
Yeah, but now you have it. Now you have the Switch 1 version of it, so you can get in there. I know it is like it's as far as story wise, it's not as good as the other Xenoblades, but I still think it's a stellar game.
Definitely. I just definitely want to say congratulations to all three of you, Jess included as well, and Shauna as well. Congratulations on the wedding and everything like that.
Thank you.
It's been fantastic to, be, a teeniest little part of any of this. I know I moved to North Carolina in 2015, and a few years after that, the Switch came out in the first place, and I was looking to get it for my youngest son so that he would stop sucking up all my PlayStation's time with Fortnite. And I wanted to put that into his hands, but we all know how well Fortnite actually runs on the Switch. And you guys helped me to understand that and helped me dig a little bit deeper into just the Switch in the first place and delivering the mail. I needed something that was going to allow me something to listen to for several hours. And you were one of the few podcasts that sometimes maybe almost reached close to 5 hours.
Yep. Guilty.
We did have we had that 2020 episode, I think, like with Janet, where it was like 4 hours or something ridiculous like that. That might be our longest one, but even like on average, right, we normally go for like 2.5 hours. So if you like a lot of meat in your podcast, we're one of the longer ones, So there you go. I always feel bad about that, but I mean it's
but with that comes your honesty towards the games and everything that you've been playing too, because you're not just one of those pat on the back, hey, getting any kind of kickback from whatever it is that you're reviewing or playing. So
yeah, we don't get kickback at all from anything. But there's like a couple companies that send us free codes, which is always nice.
That is cool.
But we don't We're not like, oh, this is the best game ever, just because of that.
And those are always like, they're never telling us or pressuring us in any way. They're just giving it, and we're giving our honest thoughts, and that's pretty cool when that does happen. But yeah, we do try to just give our honest thoughts.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, Hutch, it's great to see you, and I think you've been such a great inspiration to us too. Like, I think I've said it before, but for the longest time, like, we just made the podcast, put it out into the void, and didn't really hear back from a whole lot of people. But when you came along and expressed your appreciation to us, man, it's like gasoline. It just like fills the tank and gets us going. So, man, thank you for your appreciation and your fandom. It really does keep us going.
Oh, that's okay. I don't think I'll ever reach the beard status of you gentlemen.
Oh,
so
I won't either.
Just need it. I mean, 2020 just helped out with this one, and Jess was like, liked it, so I was like, oh, cool, yeah, let's just keep it. Well, even though it does need a trim, but
Yeah, my wife would prefer I be clean shaven, but she's a Duck Dynasty fan as well, so I don't understand.
Oh no. Yeah, my face looks weird with no hair, so I try to hide half of it as I can.
I might have seen you like once in my life shaved Trey.
I used to do it. I used to do it for Halloween costumes, but I don't do that anymore. That's too much dedication.
In college, yeah, that's been a while.
Yeah.
But so I guess the questions that we have for this episode for all of our guests is what are some of your favorite moments of the podcast, and what would you like to see from us for the future of NintenDomain going into post 500, 501 or whatever, aside from Metroid Prime 4 reviews, which we'll be talking about I'm sure. I mean,
did you hit that 100% yet?
I'm at 94%. So
okay.
I'm very
all
close.
Right.
I've been playing it. I mean, it's been the only thing I've been playing since it came out. So, which I've been waiting a long time.
Our copy just arrived today.
Oh,
so
nice. So you do have it.
Bouncing back and forth with it with me. When neither one of us has a Switch 2 yet.
I heard it runs great on Switch 1 even still. It's like still at 60. It's just at a lower, it's like it's 720 at 60 instead of 1080, which is great. So it supposedly it still looks great.
Fun.
Like I heard Digital Foundry even saying that it was like they didn't see like it's really, really hard to find any frame drops if they're there, even on the Switch 1 version. So they did a really good job with it.
Well, they almost timed it perfectly for your 500th episode. So
it's true.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah. Like a week away.
We're sorry for the delay, everyone, but they had to get out just in time for our episode.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, originally I was like, well, if we would have done a Thanksgiving one, it would have been like, our 500
right
would have been the one before. But whatever, I needed an extra week to try to get it all together, so we took a break. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Metroid Prime, it's fun.
As for like special moments and stuff like that on the show, I know it sounds stupid and silly, but I know I was laughing. You had one episode where Jeremy fell asleep. The like Mario thing.
That
was pretty cool.
I was out cold. Trey had to call my wife to come wake me up.
I was trying to get a hold of Shauna just to let her know that you were out, because I didn't want to just leave you there, and I know a lot of times you guys were in the same room there, but I just wasn't sure. I was just like, and I don't think she was there at the time. She was downstairs or something. I was like, can you just go check on Jeremy? Because I think he passed out in the episode.
That was a very strange moment. Her waking me up, being like, "You just slept through your podcast." What?
Yeah.
I was so confused about what happened.
Yeah, and you did like a video edit of it for the Patreon where you put in the Mario snoozing and all that in there. Worked out well.
What we were talking about or whatever.
I remember I was talking about AEW Fight Forever probably, because I remember talking about all these wrestlers and you being like, oh yeah, Britt Baker or whatever, like just like half asleep, just repeating some of the names I was saying that I was just throwing at you, like all this information.
Yeah, I've been trying not to do that again.
No, I wasn't trying to throw any kind of shade at you or anything like that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was
just, what happened?
Moment that you can't recreate.
The context of that is right before the episode. I was helping Shauna make a YouTube video for her channel, and there were drinks involved, and I drank too much before the podcast.
Yeah, I've done that way too many times. Actually, I've been podcast sober for the past like couple months, and it's nice. It's nicer to not have to edit yourself repeating the same thing over and over again. That's normally what I do when I'm drunk. But so, yeah.
Well, I've reached the point where my liver can't handle that anymore, anyways. So,
sure.
Congratulations on that, and I'm sure that does make the editing easier, and I mean probably keeps people from like skipping you guys to like 2 times speed just so that you're not,
well, yeah,
running at your speed.
There was what was it? The Switch, when they did the Switch 2 Direct, like the first Switch 2 Direct, and our basement flooded, and we got a ton of alcohol because of that, because we were all like, "What the fuck?" I was real drunk in that one, and I ended up cutting like a lot of my stuff out of the edited version. So, once you listen to yourself drunk enough times, it's like, well. And Jess and I took like a month break, and after that, I was like, maybe I could just take a break from the podcast, because that's normally when I would drink the most. I'd drink on the podcast, and I'd keep drinking after that by myself, and maybe that's a little bit too much. But enough about me. Anyway, more about what you were saying about the podcast. But yeah, no, I'd completely forgot about the sleepy one. That's a good fun one. I don't even know what number that is. I'll have to look it up. Maybe I can throw it in the details or something on the edit.
Yeah. I was curious as to you guys' thoughts on, as things seem to shift Microsoft-wise to being on, more things, like if you'll be venturing into Halo and different stuff like that, should it actually come to the Switch?
Yeah,
I certainly would. Yeah,
I
like Halo.
As much of an Xbox hater as I've been in the past, I've always been interested in Halo just because I like first-person shooters. And if they did drop a Halo collection, I'd try it out if it did end up making it to Nintendo. I've never really played it. Like I remember Jeremy and I went to like a LAN party in Champaign once just because a friend of a friend was like, it was was it Jada's boyfriend or whatever was doing it, and we were both really bad at it. That's all I remember. We were really bad at it, but I mean,
I went to one for Halo 2. I had a fun time at that party. Someone had like 7 or 8 computers hooked up playing Halo 2. Or computers, Xboxes, some mix of the two. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd try it out for sure.
Nintendo's online to be better still. I don't know if that's actually been raised from the Switch 2 or not.
I think the online
seems like it has.
I think it's a little better. I don't know.
I've had no problems with it. I've seen no hiccups. Yeah. Switch 2 online is pretty good. And Jeremy, I know, go back to the Microsoft thing. I know Jeremy and I both have Cuphead. There's a couple of other games like I want to play what's the Hi-Fi Rush. I'd really like to play that sometime.
Yeah, that should be on Switch too. Well, I mean, I guess they had all those issues like with the with the company kind of getting dumped after. Oh yeah. After it's like, oh, you did great. You're all fired.
Yeah.
It's like what? Yeah, but I don't know. So, but yeah, no, I'd like to play that too.
I want Rare Replay. I put it on my bingo card every time.
Oh yeah. You do say that. Even though we do, I mean, we keep getting rare stuff on the Nintendo Switch Online. So
I just want Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah.
It makes me think of Microsoft and Nintendo when I went to Seattle just a couple months ago. Like anybody who's not been over there, like Microsoft and Nintendo they're literally right next to each other. They're like they eat lunch at the same places. They're in the same business park. And so I just wonder, like, when these things happen, like, do they literally just like walk down the street to each other and like, hey, who should put Cuphead on your system? Like, I'm pretty sure stuff like that has happened, and some deals have been made like actually in person just because they're in such close proximity. And I don't know what else on Microsoft would be great on Switch. Is there anything else like?
I mean,
like obviously
anything,
missing,
right? I mean, since everything is an Xbox, the Switch can be an Xbox too, right?
Yeah.
So
as far as exclusives go, though, it's like stuff I want to play besides Rare Replay. Like, I would love if the Flight Simulator would come to the Switch.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to play that, especially now that they've got all this like extra geo stuff going on. I guess they've pulled AI in there too, which kind of sucks, but maybe it makes it more fun to like see more updated maps and stuff when you're flying. But I always thought that would be a fun game to just zone out and fly.
Zone out, yeah. I'd like to give that a try. In fact, like 2 weeks ago or so, someone put out basically a flight stick controller It's really kind of funky looking. Like
with a bunch of like dials and switches on it. I remember you posting it. It's really weird. It's really weird looking.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's like $170 or something like that. And I don't know how practically you would use it because it's got like little dials and switches, and like it seems like something you'd want to like, fine tune with, one free hand or something. I don't know how you'd actually use that with your thumbs or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see a Flight Simulator on there. That'd be a good one. And one I've always wanted to see is the recent Battletoads, from a couple of years back. Like that should be coming to Switch.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I want Killer Instinct. I want the new Killer Instinct that was on Xbox on Switch. I would love to play that with the leverless and all that fun stuff.
Perfect Dark Zero.
So yeah, or Perfect Dark Zero, or that Perfect Dark that got canned. Make that one happen on Switch. The one where everybody got fired again. But I think we're
moving towards the future. I was going to suggest. I'm looking forward to your reviews on the new Mario movie, and then subsequently the Zelda live action.
Definitely. Yeah, we got a couple movies coming up that we're not so excited about, I guess. I mean,
to hate watch.
Yeah, we have to see. I guess we have to like it. The Mario movie. I'm like, I don't want to sit through that again. But I'm sure when it gets closer to it, the hype will be there, and we'll go see it and all that.
Here's my hope for that. Like looking at the Sonic movies, like the Sonic movies got progressively better.
Oh yeah, definitely. One was terrible, and then 2 was okay, and 3 was awesome. So I mean, it's they got there.
I think in part they got better because they didn't have the burden of the first movie, which was to introduce the whole world and the characters and all that. And I think
they had to do the whole redesign because of the backlash.
The redesign, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
The ugly Sonic. I mean, I think what's different with the Sonic movie and the Mario movie though is what I thought that the reason that Sonic 2 was so much better is that you had more Sonic in it. Like the first one was just Sonic and like Cyclops dude or whatever, like his buddy. Yeah. It was too much like real people and not enough like video game characters. But as you got farther in the series, like more Sonic was coming in there, and once like Knuckles and Tails got in there, I felt like it was more fun because it was like we're pushing all this live action stuff to the side, and we're doing like
right. And then
we're doing Sonic how it should be,
They actually evolved Jim Carrey into be more like he should be, based on the games. Remember in Sonic 1, he didn't really look like Robotnik at all.
Yeah, because he didn't, and he got the fried mustache at the end, and they got to that.
They did a good job of listening to the fan criticisms and evolving that movie series. I hope.
Nintendo learned from the original Mario movie that live action wasn't the way to go.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
but I don't
know. It was a good use of Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, I mean, there's parts that were fun in that movie, I guess. I mean, I had fun with it for what it was, but yeah, it was kind of a disaster.
I think between the two Mario movies, I would rather watch the first one. Honestly, I think it's a more interesting movie, and just how like left field it went, and I don't know. I think it's more fun in that way. But this, I don't know. I'm gonna go watch the new one, the second one. Sure,
it's just eye candy for me, but I'll have a good time with it, and maybe it won't be as bad.
I mean, the Mario Galaxy stuff is cool, and I like Brie Larson, and I don't know, maybe they listen to all the criticism of the first movie and try to slow it down a little bit,
Please,
like
more needle drops.
Slow it down. Use some video game music in there. Yeah. Like there's lots of really really great songs out there you could use. Like especially Galaxy's soundtrack is incredible. Like
yeah, it is.
We don't need whatever song that's in every other movie. Like we don't need that.
Building towards the inevitable Smash Brothers movie.
Maybe
I hope not.
Maybe I guess I don't know, but yeah, do we need that? If they do it, I hope we have.
They skipped over some already.
Yeah, I hope we have like
Just
live action.
To Galaxy.
I hope it's like Roger Rabbit. We have like live action Link and like CGI Mario fighting.
People ask for the Smash Brothers movie, but they often forget that the plot of Smash Brothers itself is
toys.
These are toys.
They're toys. Yeah.
There is no actual interaction between the characters, so the movie would be like a kid playing with his toy box, and like, is that really interesting? I don't know.
I mean, that's that's
for Toy Story.
I mean, that's how the Lego movie was, right? Craggle or whatever was like crazy glue.
Yeah. How about the Legend of Zelda? Are you interested in the Legend of Zelda movie, Hutch?
I am. I'm hoping that they have their hands in it and they steer it in the right direction. Although I guess Link has just been grunting the entire movie, so
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think that's actually going to prove. I mean, because making a CGI Mario movie with a bunch of quips or whatever, I understand. Yeah, there's a lot of effort in that doing the animation and all that, but doing like a full-on live-action movie, that's a whole another beast. I think so.
I just wish they weren't being cowards, and because Link should have pink hair.
Yeah, the pink hair of Super Nintendo, that would be great.
Oh my goodness.
I want an amiibo like that I want the pink hair amiibo Link from. That's why, because they did like some Link to the Past stuff, but they didn't do the pink hair one.
My big hope for the Zelda movie is that it maintains its video gaminess and does not aim to become a replica of Lord of the Rings. I think that's the big pitfall there. They try to make it a serious movie. They try to prove like, oh wait, this could be a serious video game movie. This could be an Academy Award winner. Blah, blah. Just make it a fun video gaming movie. I want to see some goofy stuff, with him like smashing into pots and stuff. I'd take
all of their
princess.
pictures that they've released makes it look too serious.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much for being on the show. I think we have another guest waiting in the Zoom room right now. But yeah, always great to see you. Hopefully we can talk again more. So you don't have a Switch 2 yet. Is that because there is no Xenoblade yet lined up for Switch 2 that we know of? No new Switch 2 only thing?
Financial's been a little rough with
it's
something that I mentioned to you earlier.
Oh yeah, it is expensive too, and I know I saw you going through some stuff.
But back to work tomorrow, so yippee.
Yeah, well, I wish the best for you, and hopefully we will see some cool Xenoblade stuff in the future.
All right, sounds awesome.
But we'll definitely have you back again to talk more. Sorry, it's short, but we got some people to go through. So
no worries.
All right,
happy 500.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care. Thank you so much for being on.
Absolutely.
Oops.
Bye now.
Bye.
So Mike should be in the Zoom room. I think I had him down for 10:15, so we're like a couple minutes late here. But coming in right now to there you are. Hello.
There's Mike.
Hello, Mike. How's
Hey,
it going,
guys.
man?
Hello.
So Mike, you are the host of Games My Mom Found, which is a show I've been on a few times, and you've been on this show as well.
Yes,
And I know
a little bit.
I know you had told us before that you had that you had listened to a lot of the episodes, and I figured you'd be a go-to for us for guests. So we wanted to bring you on, and plus I didn't necessarily meet you through the podcast, but I met you through Laser Time, and it was cool it's always cool to meet somebody else who has a podcast and a lot of stuff in a lot of episodes in the backlog and all that stuff, and
It is.
and you probably podcast more than anyone else that I know of. Like you have so many episodes on that, and your like dedication to finishing the games is definitely something to be admired, I think.
A bit insane, but yes.
Yeah, how hard you work on getting that stuff done. I mean, I guess I don't know how you can keep yourself away from like all the main things that come out or whatnot. You seem like you're always playing stuff for the show, and you don't get distracted by new releases or whatnot.
No, I actually don't care about new releases. This is not a new thing. I've only bought, even before the podcast, if you want to look back like the 360 era 4 games for $60. That was it. I just always waited.
Yeah. I don't know.
It wasn't even a money thing. It was just I didn't want to do it.
Sure.
I had other games to play.
But I admire your dedication in that way. It's
Thank you.
It's like I feel like every time I have to be on a show for you, like some huge thing comes out, like Metroid Prime 4, Street Fighter 6, or whatever. Like there's been plenty of things that have distracted me. I do have a Xeno, whatever it's called, Xenosaga 2. I do have it up and running on my computer, and I did play some of it. So I got it to work. From thanks for the
On your
website you
computer?
sent me and all that. Yeah, I gotta.
He didn't want to buy a $500 copy on eBay. I don't want him to either. For the record.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, do you want to tell everybody about your podcast real quick? I guess I already like kind of introduced you. But,
you did.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I run a podcast called Games My Mom Found. We review movies, TV shows, video games, comics, and we have over 900 episodes.
Yeah, like I said, you got more than us. Like, yeah.
Number wise, less.
Yeah, but I mean, you have a lot. I mean, you cover a lot of stuff. Like,
I'm a bit insane
from what I've heard, and that's just me seeing like your social media posts. You know, I don't. I know you have like a whole Discord and all that stuff with multiple spots and all that. Which we have a Discord too. It's just there's nobody on there. No. But I have a hard time using Discord aside from just. The only time I used Discord was like the only time I used it was like for like the few months after AEW Fight Forever came out because there was a huge thing about that, and that's how I met a lot of people on there from the game, and actually one of our guests later through that as well. But that was the only time I really kind of paid attention to it, and that was maybe like 2 months, and then it's like it's just
AEW
did so much
didn't last long for you guys. I don't think from my remembering.
Oh, the game?
Yeah, you guys kept playing it, but I think didn't they stop updating it?
Yeah, it I mean I think they updated it maybe I guess not quite a year, maybe like 6 months or something like that before they stopped, but we kept playing it. Like we did our AEW Monday nights for like a whole year, I think, before we all kind of gave up on it, but we tried to keep it. I mean, I put 300 hours into that game,
That's
so I held the candle for AEW Fight Forever. Well, that's
because you were playing. All you had before that was Wrestling Empire.
Yeah, I didn't put that much in there for that for sure. But I mean, the big thing was that we had 4 people that we would play like every Monday and talk about the events of the week and wrestling and all that. And people were into it for a long time. You know, if only we had another thing we could do that with. But someday.
I remember bits and pieces during that era when I would listen to you guys a lot, and I remember hearing bitching about the game though. Like it not working later on or something.
The game works fine for like single player, but yeah, there were a lot of issues with online where we would have it would freeze a lot, or we have to restart it constantly, or
that Fortnite mode was all bots.
Where you fly it. Oh yeah. That nobody was on the Fortnite game, which was a shame because it was cool, but
it was actually pretty fun.
They should have just made it free. Yeah. But yeah, it would only be bots.
Stampede.
Yeah, we would get excited when there was like one person on there, because aside from like whoever's on the Discord, like it'd be like, oh wait, there's somebody let's get him, let's go attack him, But yeah, it was fun for what it is. I still think it's a pretty solid game. I would love to see them. I want to Fight Forever again, or Fight Forever and Never, or something like that. Do a second one, make it better. But so. The plan was we have you on the show and ask you about what some of your favorite NintenDomain moments were and what you hope to see for the future of the podcast post 500.
So I've been thinking about this since you asked me, and I really can't think of any particular moment. I mean, unfortunately, I haven't listened to you guys as much lately because I don't listen to podcasts as much anymore. I really don't listen to podcasts because I don't drive as much. I don't have to.
Oh no,
from home.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I mean that most of my podcast listening is actually dependent on my driving. I've been
same
just because of the time of the year. I've been delivering more, so I've been listening to a lot more. But it depends on what
I do
work situation is.
Chores or if I can listen.
Oh yeah,
same.
I do it.
You're my third.
I do it when I'm cleaning. Yeah, I'm doing it when I'm cleaning too. I'll listen to podcasts or most.
Actually, mainly when I listen to you guys now is whenever I go to the dentist, I need a long episode. So I'll throw you guys on. I'm like, if I'm stuck here for 2 hours, which I normally not, I know they'll still be talking, and I can just listen to them and phase out. So that's gonna be my favorite moment is listening to you guys when my teeth are getting drilled.
I was gonna say,
I think you might have said that once before, and I'm like, I'm sorry. It's already a painful thing, and we're just making it even more painful.
But
you're not making it worse.
In a way, you're saying we're better than getting your teeth drilled. So that's a compliment.
That's a good compliment.
No, you're actually my go-to every time I go to the dentist. Is I put NintenDomain on.
Nice.
I love the specificity of that. We're the dentist office podcast.
Used to be more common, but I just don't listen to podcasts
recommended
anymore.
By 9 out of 10 dentists.
Yeah.
Hey, if anyone hates a dentist, put headphones in, even just one earbud, and listen to something.
Yeah, it does
makes
help.
the experience so much better.
Yeah, I should do that. I mean, but yeah, the dentist they just talk to you constantly, and they want you to
should just listen
respond.
to
And
it.
it's like your hand is in my mouth. I can't say anything.
What's that
Like,
band that
come on.
what's that band that has the chainsaw Jackal or whatever? Like, what if you listen to that while you're getting your teeth drilled? That'd be hilarious.
I don't do music because I need something that, like, people talking will take me away from it. Like, especially if you guys are saying something bullshit about a game, and I'm like, wait, that's not correct. So then it helps too, because I know this happened. There have been things where
I'm
like, wait,
upset.
they're not right. That's any podcast. Oh, but one thing I say I want to see more is I want to hear more John, because I know sometimes John you guys record late and he has to leave.
Sure, yeah, I appreciate that. That is an issue. Yeah. Well, I've changed my schedule. Breaking news: I've changed my schedule recently, so I will have to leave early less. So you're getting your wish.
We're actually starting later than we normally do because you have a different schedule now. So, and also when I get, I work at all different places for various shows or whatever. So my schedule kind of fucks things up too, like depending on what, wherever I'm at and wherever, if I'm working in the daytime or whatever,
Freelance.
It's always changing.
I get that. Hey, but I give you guys props for being able to keep, it's been you three for since the beginning?
Basically.
Pretty close.
Mostly, yeah. I came in a little late, I think episode 75 or so. I don't know.
Yeah, we looked it up once. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, Jeremy and I started at the beginning, but I don't know how long we did.
John was one of the earliest.
But
guests.
we had John on as a guest a few times before, and then you were like, "Oh, I bought a Switch and I bought all these games," and I was like, "Oh, well, cool. Why don't you just be on the show all the time?" And you're like, "All right." That's kind of how it happened. I think I was waiting.
That was my secret hope when I bought the Switch, and I told you that news.
That was your pass.
Invite me to be on the show forever.
It's your membership card.
Yeah, because I think you said it when you were on the show, because I think we had you, because Jeremy, Jeremy and I we went to college together for a while, and then John and I went to college together for a while. I went to college for a long time. I know I'm not a doctor, but that's how it works.
You're a podcaster.
But yeah, we both, Jeremy and I, we hung out and talked about video games. And John and I hung out and talked about video games, and it was just, to get all of you together and we'd have good conversations. Some people get surprised when I'm like, "Oh no, we were actually friends before. We didn't just become friends through the podcast or whatever."
You did it the right way. I had 5 people that were my co-hosts before I do the format I do now, and that's why. So that's all that happened.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I respect what you do, and it's basically, it's nice that I can kind of be on my own version of Retronauts, which is basically your show,
Close. Less facts, though, I would say, than Retronauts.
Oh,
they probably got more facts than I do.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. It kind of feels like being on a Retronauts show because we talk about retro games.
God, I used to listen to them back when I used to listen to 30 podcasts because of work and driving. I used to work for FedEx for FedEx office, and I would drive from store to store to help out and just cover wherever they needed help because of COVID bullshit. And I used to listen to a ton, but I haven't listened to them in years. But they kind of got to me after a bit.
Yeah,
a bit presumptuous.
You're like, fuck Bob Mackey.
They become a lot more
I'm kidding. I just know he gets a lot.
He gets a lot of hate. Yeah,
I like him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I mean, like a lot of podcasts, I think it's just and we're guilty of that too. There's just so many episodes that it's hard to keep up with everything, So I'll basically dip in on the stuff that I'm really, really interested in, and also it depends on how much time I got to kill, like how much time I'm driving or vacuuming the house or whatever, or mowing the lawn or whatever, raking leaves or shoveling snow or whatever. When I need something to keep my mind from repeating the same part of a song over and over and over again. That's what I normally do when I don't hear anything else.
Doing dishes, it's like the best podcast time in my opinion.
I do.
Yep, making food. Yep.
Yeah.
I do a lot of YouTube when I do dishes, though. I'll just watch random YouTube videos, top 10 stuff and random things like that.
I got a dishwasher, so it's not, it's not.
I do too, but it doesn't work. And
I have a dishwasher as well, but I still wait a while to load it, and then I have to rinse everything off.
I put everything in right then. It's always a very keep the sink empty.
You would think.
The sink. Cool.
I don't use my dishwasher because it broke a while ago, and I could get it fixed, but I'm just I don't care enough. I'll just do it by hand. I've been doing this for years now.
I had an apartment where the dishwasher broke, and I would just wash everything, and it sucked. I mean, it's nice to have a dishwasher now.
It is. I need to do it, but I kind of forget it even exists.
I think
this is my first time I've had a dishwasher other than growing up. So as an adult, it's the first time I've had my own dishwasher.
They're nice.
I love that thing. It is very helpful.
Definitely.
Yeah. Leave you a lot of trouble.
But this isn't a dishwasher podcast.
No.
Hey, that's how video game podcasts work. You just
Hey,
start talking
Microsoft
about
would say everything's an Xbox, so
Yeah.
I always try to
You're not a dishwasher.
I always try to like derail Mike's podcast as much as I can by talking about Xenoblade for every single episode.
Hey, one day I'm going to get to them.
I know I have done that before. Another one where I kind of do. Actually, I think we had, because like I said, a lot of times big other releases happen while we're recording yours, and I can get people off track a little bit about on whatever the main thing is. But at least I got.
So is this like your 500s in like a week row, or is this like or not counting your extra stuff that you guys do?
This is not counting our extra stuff.
Okay, that's really good.
It's our main podcast.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention it when Hutch was here earlier, but we need a tiebreaker on the Patreon. Speaking of our extra stuff, and you can vote on it even if you're not a paid patron. So anybody who's listening to this, or you, Mike, even if you wanted to, go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast. We're trying to decide what our next expansion pack is, and there's a 3-way tie between John and Jeremy and I's idea. I'm not saying whose is whose, but if anybody could go there and break the tie, it'd be great. So I'd know what we could record next week.
Yeah, no, ties can be very annoying.
Yeah, but no, it's 500 of our regular episodes, as we call it, and we used to try to do like bonus episodes that didn't have numbers on them, and then we have all our expansion pack stuff, which is probably like 100 stuff that's on the Patreon, maybe 100 extra episodes. So yeah, it's not like 500 total. And Jess and I did podcasts too, where we maybe have like 60 or 70 of those on top of this. So it's like. It's more than 500. This is just our numbered 500 one for NintenDomain specifically. So
no, I get that. I do the same thing, but all mine have different numbers because I'm weird. So I completely get it.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you wanna say before you head out?
I'm trying to think. I'm also trying to find your Patreon real quick.
Oh yeah, no, it's just patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast. I know you're on there. You're on there because you recommended me, and thank you for that.
Yes,
you recommended
I try to. Anyone that
or you suggested it or whatever, or whatever.
Yes, that way people do see that they would see they would see yours too. I try to do that. I try to support everyone that I work with and everyone that like I want us all to grow. That's always been my thought.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
we're all in this together.
It's nice that you reach out to me for for stuff that we would be like for Zelda stuff, and it's been cool to be on like the Xeno before the Xenoblade show stuff, which those are games that I never really got to explore. So
once I finish Xenosaga 3, it's coming.
Baten Kaitos, you got it. You said you
I do own it now, actually.
So do I. I have it on Switch. I want an excuse to play it again. Even though I played the first one, maybe not all the way through, but I got pretty far on the GameCube one. I know Jeremy beat it. I remember you got all the way to the end.
I need to grab that collection. I just keep like.
I got it for like $20. It was real cheap.
Yeah,
like I got it on Switch when it was. I never played it, but I got it because it was on sale because I really wanted it. But I haven't cracked it digitally.
I have both of the games on GameCube as well, though.
Yeah.
Do you want to hook up your GameCube?
I really don't.
You don't have it hooked
but
up.
I do. But I do have our Wii. We do have our Wii hooked up, and
yeah, you can play GameCube games on the Wii.
Who wants to play on a Wii? I hate the Wii personally, so I'm a real biased person when it comes
to
that
The Wii is
system.
very popular at my house.
No, I hear you. It's not aged very well, but it's much cheaper. It's much cheaper to play games in HD on the Wii than it is the game.
Fun fact: due to my job where I talk to a lot of seniors, I always ask people what their hobbies were, and one person told me, "Oh, their hobby is playing Wii bowling," and this is someone in like their 80s. I thought
that's awesome.
Wow.
Still holding the candle for the grandparents. Wii
hopefully
bowling.
they bowl higher than their age.
It was
senior home in that era, and yeah, we did have Wii, and Wii bowling was a thing. Yep, that was a thing.
But I was surprised to hear it like recently. This was within the last few months. Someone had brought it up. They're like, "You even know what that is?" And I started laughing. Like, "Yeah, I'm aware." And I want to be like, "I'm a video game guy. Like, I know all this crap." But I did not go that far.
You'd be like, "Hey, let me tell you about games my mom found."
There's been time.
How do you feel about Spider-Man Miles Morales or whatever it is? You want to play that game?
Oh, I did have a question
Morales.
for Jeremy though. Did you ever get around to finishing Chained Echoes?
No.
Actually, fun thing about Chained Echoes that I wanted to mention. I probably didn't think I was going to have time, but a patron of ours, Eric, he actually sent me a Steam code for Chained Echoes like over a year ago, And I'd never tried it because my computer's really old, but I just got a new computer, and I just tried the Steam code like yesterday, and it still works. And I played Chained Echoes for the first time 2 days ago on my computer, and it looks great on my new.
It's a
on my
really
new Mac.
good RPG. It gets hard, but it is really damn good.
But it's I took my 8-bit DOE and the controller, and you just flip a switch over, and all of a sudden it's connected to the computer, and boom, and here we are, and I'm playing the game. It's pretty cool. I got it.
You're become a Steam junkie.
Well, I actually looked at it, and it seems like 90% of the games don't play on Mac, so no. Because I tried looking, I was like, well, what about Doom: The Dark Ages? No. What about any Yakuza game? Nope. It's like, it's basically like, these do not run. I was like, why not? It's like, Windows. Like nothing. Yeah, there's so much that still doesn't work on Mac, even through Steam, is what I noticed.
Oh yeah, no Mac.
Didn't you used to be able to get Macs with Windows?
Well, I'm sure there's a way to do it, because they had this huge sale on Yakuza games, and I was like, I should just try to get one for real cheap just to see how it runs. But yeah, no, I couldn't even get like the free Majima pirate demo or whatever. If you ever want to cover those games, Mike, call me. I got them on PS2 even.
It's
Yakuza
on my
games.
to-do list. Actually, I haven't put any on the schedule yet, but it's a series I think about all the time. I actually just got the Everywhere Man for Nothing or something of that nature. I just got in a
the man with no name.
Yes,
but you haven't played any of the Yakuza games.
I own most of them. Does that count?
Okay.
No, I never played any of them.
Okay, I was gonna say because you're getting like Yakuza 10, like with like the man who has no name is like at the end of the story. That's the thing about those games. That's why it's kind of like barrier to entry, I guess, because they do actually it's a timeline, you know. So you got to start with 0, and then Kiwami 1 and 2, and now Kiwami 3 is coming out in a couple months, and then then I'm sure there'll be Kiwami 4 and 5 and whatever. But
I own everything but Pirate Yakuza, Yakuza 6, and Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. I own the rest of the series.
Okay, so yes, you could start with 0.
I've been buying them every time they go on like a deep sale. I buy them because I'm like, one day I'm going to do this. It just hasn't come yet.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Well, whenever you do,
you got
let me know.
Your bunker full of Yakuza games when you're ready.
Yeah, whenever you want to, let me know. It's one of my favorite series ever. So
I will for sure.
I've been playing the crap out of Kiwami 2, which went on Switch 2 now, but it's so good. It's probably one of my favorite ones. It's like Jess would say. I think we said this on your podcast when Jess would say, ask me what my favorite Ghibli movie is, and it's whichever one I watched last. Like that's the same way I feel about Yakuza. What's my favorite Yakuza game? It's like whatever one I played last. That's my favorite one because they're all great and they're wonderful. So this episode's been sponsored by Yakuza. You don't feel that way about Grave of the Fireflies, the saddest Ghibli movie?
Have you seen The Wind Rises?
I've seen The Wind Rises, but have you seen Grave of the Fireflies? Because that one was way
That's
sadder.
heartbreaking.
It's sadder than that? Oh, God.
Yeah, it's
Grave of the Fireflies is like that's gonna I mean, in the best way, it's gonna break your heart.
They're like sucking on rocks because they can't afford candy. Like it's really, really bad. Like these two kids where their parents were killed in World War II, and you just watch them die on the screen for like 2 hours. It's awful.
Yep, that's why I've never seen it.
I
own it.
It's one of the. I mean, it's incredible. It's a great movie, but it's probably one of the saddest movies I've ever seen. So check it out. It's a great one. They actually play. Yeah, didn't they play that with Totoro, or didn't they double feature it or something like that when it came out? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I hope not.
Anyway, we're getting kind of in the weeds now. I think we got another guest We got another guest in the waiting room, and the plan was to take a break now. So we need to figure something out.
Right,
but thank you so much for being on the show, Mike. It's always fun talking to you.
Yeah, great to see you, Mike.
I'm sure I'll talk to you again. Well, I'll talk to you again in a few weeks because
you will
try to get through the Xeno saga and all that.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Hey, you.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you. Subscribe to our Patreon to hear our bonus shows, which happen every month.
I'm tired.
Tired of all the big corporate podcasts spoon-feeding you the same old video game news on every single show?
Spaghetti. Ravioli.
Then expand!
With NintenDomain Expansion Pack.
It's us talking about old games that were important to us. It's us interviewing people that we meet at conventions. And heck, it's live shows from those same conventions. It's basically everything you could want that NintenDomain ever made.
Here we go! And it's just $1 a month.
That's less than a bad indie on the eShop.
It's $12 a year, which is less than Nintendo Switch Online.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon and supporting NintenDomain.
Just go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and, hey, Mario, let go. Whoa! He's throwing us back to the show.
So long, Bowser.
Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Game over.
Anyway, all right, we're back from the break, and we have our next guest we have here is John Wedgeworth of Nerd Noise Radio, which we met through actually another guest that we had, Corey. Corey told me about you when we had him on from there. Was it? I was trying to remember what their company is. I know they've had me on before, but Question Block, something like that. Or Nintendo Pow Block. That's what it's called.
Pow Block.
Yeah. Corey from Nintendo Pow Block. He gave me a list of people to get in contact with who had podcasts, and you were the only one that had a video game music-based podcast. And I've loved video game music for as long as I can remember. Probably the first time I ever saw a video game, I was like, "Oh, this music's great." So I was very much intrigued by that, and I had done some of my own video game stuff, but occasionally, not like every week or not as often as you had. And it was fun to listen to your stuff and and compare. You could listen. I remember you giving me notes on my stuff and back and forth and we talked online a bunch of times. You had been guest. I think you were the guest on one of our very first Game of the Year episodes. You were on, or at least you were on for the first Switch 1 Game of the Year episode, which I remember that, which ended up being extra long because those are already long, but with a guest also makes it even longer.
Well, and I've told this story now probably 4 times on the show, but the very first, so I have a 7-year-old now. His name is Wyatt, but when I was first on, he was still a baby. He was still less than 1. And we were over at a friend's house. We just left the friend's house to come home so I could rush downstairs and join the call. Well, he was sitting on my lap and he peed all over me. And so my very first words ever uttered on NintenDomain were, "I just got peed on."
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, without context, it paints a very different picture, but
And it's mostly a yellow picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wit.
Well, no, I'm really glad we got connected, and I guess I can spoil it. Trey and I are actually going to work on another project. It's going to happen under the banner of Nerd Noise Radio, so I guess quote unquote on my turf, but really it's Trey's brainchild. It's really kind of Trey's baby. So, do we want to not tell anybody anything about that so we can keep it secret, or do we want to spill the beans or something in between?
I don't know. Maybe we could say a little bit about it. I'll definitely do more about it once we get closer to doing it, which we'll have to talk about. I'm pretty free most of the time later, but I don't know. We'll have to schedule a time. We'll figure it out. But it's gonna kind of be like sort of what you were doing with Hugh, right? Is what we were kind of. But it came from a bunch of different inspirations that we had in the past, right? Like I feel like this has been an idea that's been cooking for a while now.
Oh yeah. It's something we started talking about at least a year and a half ago, and it just hasn't worked out. But yes, it's going to be in the style of the old Nerd Noise Radio Channel 2 episodes that I used to do with Hugh. Sorry, with Hugh. And actually, it's funny. I'm here right now recording episode 500 of NintenDomain, and just over an hour from now is going to release episode 100 of Nerd Noise Radio Channel 1, which is going to be the final non-retrospective. I'm planning on doing like this huge retrospective tour. So if fate allows, I'm basically 1 year away from being done. So I've got a whole other year of Nerd Noise Radio. But in terms of the main show, Channel 1, the regular, new, fresh, not retrospective, not in review episodes, tomorrow's episode is the very last one.
Wow.
And NintenDomain gets mentioned in it twice. Trey gets mentioned in it once. It's a lot of talking. I'm covering a lot of ground, kind of doing a wrap up.
Oh, definitely. Well, and I think, what we were doing, we were going to try to continue on what you had been doing with Hugh, right? Where it's not so much just a playlist. Like we would talk about the songs and then play them, right? It's kind of what we're going for.
Yeah. Format wise, it's a channel 2. I mean, in all but name, it's a channel 2.
So, but yeah, we just need to just hammer out a day, and we can try to get it together. And we'll probably be like of the year themed, maybe location themed. It'll be fun, I think.
I think it'll be great.
Yeah. So look forward to that. And if you wanted to, I actually thought about like we could cross post it. Like if you wanted to send me the file, I could post it on a NintenDomain also.
Oh,
and have it in more than one place.
Why don't we just say we won't call it a Nerd Noise Radio episode. We'll call it a joint project, and it'll just come out on both of our feeds.
Yeah, I could just put it the same with all the, send me the file and I'll post the file and whatever, the details, the timestamps and all that. I'll put it up there.
Okay, cool.
So I figured we would do that. But what we've been asking, you're guest number 4 now? Yeah, number 4. This episode's been going a lot smoother than I thought it would. No, it's been great. It's been a great 500th episode. I was just thinking right now, I might not even have to edit any of this. I think it's been going great. But yeah, we've been been talking to people about their favorite NintenDomain moments and your favorite and what you hope for us in the future. I hope your favorite NintenDomain moment wasn't getting peed on before you're on the show.
Well, that technically wasn't a NintenDomain moment. That was a pre-NintenDomain moment.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
it was a pre-NintenDomain moment.
Yes. Let's see if we can make that. Let's see if we can flesh that out. Okay. All right. Here. No, we'll come back.
I thought you said flush that out.
Yeah. No. I do steal the Mrs. Doubtfire line though back in a flush when I tell people I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Hello. I know that's one of the best movies ever. So I don't know if I have. See what this is. I think this is part of my autism, but when someone asks me, let's say an example, my friend Dave is always like, "Hey John, top five Sega Genesis games, go," and it causes me actual literal physical pain because what happens is like my brain tries to download the entire universe in one transaction and then divides by 0, suffers a buffer overrun, and because I am superficially thinking of everything, I can't specifically think of anything. And so I glitch, I crash, So in terms of like a favorite NintenDomain moment, I don't know that I can pick one. I mean, all the times I've been on have been great. There's been, I certainly don't only listen when I'm on. So there's been a lot of great stuff that hasn't involved me at all. But I don't know if I can say best moment. I can say favorite thing about NintenDomain, and it's you guys. Seriously, it's you guys as personalities, but even more than that, it's the dynamic you guys have, the history. You guys were all in college together, right? Is that the story?
Well, Trey and I were in college together, then Trey and Jeremy were in college together.
Other way around. I met Jeremy first, then I met John. Jeremy. I met Jeremy when I was a teenager still, I think, right? I was either like 19 or 20. Well, I met you pretty quickly. I think I met you like a year after I started going there because I met you through Mark.
Yeah, it was 99 or 2000 when I first met.
Yeah, so and it was 99. I thought it was like when I was 19, and we hung out a lot, like even after I dropped out of that school or whatever, and our love for video games and causing trouble and whatever else was and we went on trips.
I used to annoy the shit out of Trey
when I first met you, yeah, but no. Well, you were just very you had a lot of energy.
Yeah. That has reduced over time.
Yeah.
But the history you guys have is my point. You guys go way, 5,000 years back. You have all this context. You guys know each other, like the back of your hands. You guys aren't just podcast hosts. You guys are like longtime friends. And that's an energy that you really can't duplicate. I mean, like, let's say when you guys leave and you guys bring in someone else, it could be great radio, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be what you guys have. And so, I mean, maybe that sounds like a total punt of an answer, or maybe that sounds like saccharine sweet. I don't care. The honest answer is my favorite thing about NintenDomain is you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, John.
I think it's good to I think it's good to have I think everybody should have a podcast. That's why I would used to say is like, if you want to stay in touch with your friends, like start a weekly podcast, and then you have to talk to each other every week. But I think it's nice to have,
and it's on the record.
But yeah, it's nice to have one with friends that you already know, especially because, we kind of already know like the chemistry that we have through conversations and all that, because we've already known each other. So it helps. I think it helps the show. Like, a lot of people, I said it earlier today or early on this episode, that some people were like surprised that I was like, oh yeah, no, we've known each other for a while. Like, or surprised that we were friends. Thought we just came together and did a podcast. It's like, oh no, this was you remember at LCC when we used to send like voice messages to each other on the computer. Do you remember that, Jeremy? Like late at night. Like, it was funny. It was like the beginning of the show, even, where we just would like record shit and just send it back and forth from our dorm rooms or whatever. So, and even when I was like a kid, I used to like make my own radio show or whatever on my boombox, and like record myself as a DJ, like talking about the shit.
I did that too.
I do the same.
I'm sure we all did that, but yeah, I had a little boombox boombox with a mic on the front of it, and I would record myself and make like radio shows on tape when I was like 8 or whatever. So like
I would do commercials. That was my favorite part.
It's been a long time running. Oh yeah,
I still have a tape of myself at 3 years old, because this was a gift I got at 3. It was a little red tape recorder with a microphone. I haven't listened to it in a long time, but man, I want to digitize that and save it forever.
You should.
I never really thought about that. I did that way back when, and now here I am doing this. At 43, we've all had the same experience. We all did that. That's amazing.
And even on the video game music aspect, I would take that same boombox and I would hold it up to my TV and record video game music songs, because that's the only way I knew how to do it. So I had a tape with like. They had like the NES Indiana Jones theme from like the Temple of Doom NES game. I remember recording that one, or even later like recording like the Star Wars, like not even like stuff you could buy on tape or whatever, like the Star Wars soundtrack. But I wanted the video game one. I'd record like the Super Star Wars, Super Empire, just try like soundtracks like that. And yeah, I didn't know how else to do it, so I just held my boombox up to the TV and just would like record it in that way.
So yeah, we all have experiences like that too. I know I did that too with a tape recorder. I also somewhere have a tape recording of my brother and I when I was 7 and he was 6, performing a little song we wrote about the Justice League of America. And I always told myself, if I ever, because I said after I was done with the podcast, I wanted to try my hand just once at like an album, and even if it was garbage, and even if I never did it again, I wanted to just say I did it once. And I'd like to kind of do that song as an adult, like flush it out and make it a whole thing. And then maybe like the quote unquote hidden track at the end could be a digitization of that actual tape of my brother and I at 6 and 7, the original version. I don't know. Maybe that probably, I'm talking here. That may never actually happen, but that's something I would like to do.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I want to hear
to do radio and to do audio stuff, and I say go for it. I'm going to give you a little boost there. Go for it. I think you can do it.
I'm going to try. I mean, it might be spectacularly bad, but I'm going to try. You were talking about audio stuff young as a 3-year-old. My dad has a picture of me as a 10-month-old at his little mixing console with these huge headphones. I mean, they're ordinary headphones, but on a baby, they look ginormous. And just me just playing around with faders and stuff. I had no idea what I was doing, of course. Maybe I still don't, but
Maybe you do.
but yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you probably knew just as much as Rick Rubin does.
Way to set the bar high there.
Well, everybody was a kid once. I'm sure you knew as much as he did when he was a kid too. You don't just come right out and know all the things
Mm-hmm.
and all that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think when you're young like that, one cool thing that comes through with creativity is like you're not like it may be it's silly, it's childish, whatever when you go back to it, but you think about how you were unfettered by anything at all. You were just like creative, like for the sake of it, and
it was pure outlet.
It's like pure creativity. Where even nowadays, I can't do that because I'm an adult and I think about other things. And
yeah, sometimes I look back and think about the things I used to do, and I was like, "Wow, like really, you did that?" Like, or like even like stupid stuff, like that one time when I drove to like 7 GameStops to try to find like the newest Castlevania game on Game Boy Advance. Like I was like, I would never do that again, but I did that time. Or the one time like when I took a bus to like I took a train to the wrong stop, and I ended up walking like a really long ways just to get to Best Buy to buy the Spider-Man game for GameCube. Like all this dumb shit that I did just because of the love of the game or whatever, I was like, man, I used to do all those things.
Search in Chicago for Resident Evil remake. Yeah, I did that. Yep.
Yeah, what you would do when you had more time, or like when we got up early and tried to go to GameStop when it opened to get Wind Waker or whatever. When John wanted to do that, like.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had a day of it. Yep.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Worth it.
See, but that's exactly the kind of thing I was talking about. You guys have this huge treasure trove of shared memories and shared experiences that other podcasters don't have. You know what I mean? That's a big part of the magic of NintenDomain. That's a really great example that you just mentioned there, actually.
Thank you. I think that's, I listen to other shows and stuff too, where, it's like the real magic of it is the friendship between them all. Like, I don't know, something that's coming to mind immediately is like, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I love that show.
Okay.
And part of the reason that show is great is because those guys were all friends, beforehand, and they were, down and out actors and just decided to make a show, and they had $200 and, they put it together and made a show. You can't fake that kind of stuff. It's just people coming together because they're friends with a deep history and a passion to do something. And yeah, I guess I'm patting ourselves on our backs too. Good on us for doing all that.
I think a lot of it is that it's just basically showing up every week to the podcast. Right. I think that's a big part of it too. It's like that part in High Fidelity when John Cusack's like, I hired these guys for a weekend and then they just kept coming in and I can't get rid of them. That's like this show. No, I'm kidding. But it's the same, same sort of thing. You guys keep coming back, so we keep doing episode after episode, and here's 500.
And to John's thing about kind of tooting his own horn right here. This is episode 500. This is the time to do that, right? You guys are celebrating a milestone that 99% of shows will never ever get to. On Nerd Noise Radio, I've been at it for almost a decade, and I'm just releasing episode 100. And in episode 100, I toot my horn. You know what I mean? Like, it's
well deserved.
It's presented more. When I say it's presented, it's genuinely presented. It's not presented as, oh my God, I'm awesome. It's, oh my God, this is awesome. This thing that's happened is incredible. You know what I mean? Like, this is far beyond what I could have ever hoped and dreamed and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, if there's ever a time to just, celebrate yourself, it's at an episode that ends in 2 zeros.
Yep.
Definitely. And I was going to say, you definitely have more than 100 episodes because you have all your different channels and that sort of thing. Like I know you have a lot out there that is more than that. No. And same with this is just 500 of this. Like we have like 80 some episodes on the Patreon, and and the WRT radios are their own thing, and it's
Honey Darling.
We have different and Jess and I show like How Is It Now, or all the different things we had, Honey Darling, Drunk Monday, like How Is It Now, like all the different stuff we did for that. That's its own. It's probably more like 700 or something like that. But it's we got a lot out there.
Yeah. And okay, I probably have released something probably closer to 250 in the grand total, but but still. still, we're recording 500 for you. And I'm releasing 100 for me. The point is a number that ends in 2 zeros is a time to not worry about modesty and all that stuff. You just, hey, this is a celebration. This is a party.
All right.
Definitely. That's been that's pretty much been this episode. Actually, it's been great because we talked like 2 seconds about Metroid Prime 4, which will be next episode. I do like the game a lot. I mean, there's whatever. There's some things in there, but I'm not. It's still going to be up there on my Game of the Year list because it's fun.
It showed up just in time.
Just in time, right? Yeah, not for the Game Awards, but who cares about that?
Well, so can I say something about it real quick, or is that going to derail us too?
I was going to say, I do know you've been playing it. I know we got a couple minutes before our next guest. Why don't you say what you want for the future of NintenDomain? Because you haven't said that one yet, and then you could say a couple Metroid things, and I think we're going to have to. Then we'll have to let you go for the next guy.
Okay, great. So, I mean, all right. Look, ultimately, what I want from NintenDomain is for it to just keep going. More of the same, more of this, because it's great. I hope you guys eventually find your way to an episode that ends with 3 zeros. You know what I mean? Like,
it'd take us another 10 years, but who knows? If we keep at it.
I hope so. But as far as like the only thing I could think of is, and if it sounds like I'm changing the subject, I promise this ties in. But like I think of those bands, like a 5-piece band. You got the drummer, the guitarist, the lead vocalist, all that stuff, and then for just one track, just for kicks, just for yucks, just for the fuck of it, they all swap instruments, and now all of a sudden the bassist is on drums and the drummer is singing lead, and all that stuff, just for a different flavor, right? What'd be really neat is I know that Jeremy and John have filled in for Trey before when Trey's not there, but trade seats one time. Just hey, it's episode 563, and John's the host and Trey's just a panelist or whatever. Just to change the flavor by doing nothing but playing musical chairs. I think that'd be a really fun thing to hear.
And some ones where you guys edit too. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's right. You guys have to do.
I'm the only one who hasn't taken the mantle of editing. Jeremy has edited a couple times, but I have not edited
3 or 4 times.
It's just it's like it's like you're editing a sentence or whatever. You're just taking parts out.
Yes, but I know from experience how much time that can take.
Yeah. No, it's and I have it down.
I obsess over it.
I do it I
get scared about it.
What I say is it'll take at least double the time of the amount of it. So. That's the way I say it's like a 2-hour podcast. It's going to take you at least 4 hours to edit it. But then there's like the extra things like exporting it or making the picture or whatever. It normally takes me around like 5 hours, I think, to get through.
You got to answer the ads and the music and the
the music. Most of the time, the music stuff I try to figure out. I try to think of pretty early, but
it's a lot of work.
But yeah, you know for sure.
Well, okay. So if time's up and you got to kick me off, what I'll do?
Do we have anybody? Do you have anybody waiting in the
shakes in
there? All right, cool. So,
okay, how about this?
We do have somebody on the thing, but if you want to do some quick fire stuff, real quick, Metroid Prime impressions, go for it.
Well, what I'm going to say instead is on launch day, I spent like 3.5 hours doing nothing but playing Metroid, and then I haven't touched it since. Not because I'm not interested, but because you wouldn't think that video gaming and a podcast about video gaming would have such an directly adversarial relationship on your time bandwidth.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so when I'm in gaming mode, I can't muster any energy for the podcast, and when I'm in podcast mode, I have no time to play video games, right? So I had to finish episode 99, then I had to finish episode 100. Now I have to get ready for Trey and I's thing, and so I've just had like no time. I sunk like an entire night into it, and then I haven't touched it since. I can't wait to get back.
Yeah.
I want to know what that string thing is that's hanging down in your
background.
Oh, to your other side. Yeah, there it is.
It's the light switch.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. I was hoping you were probably thinking it was something.
I was like, are you actually secretly a marionette?
I was like, these strings are to the balloon. Cool. All right. Well, yeah, no, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, John, and we'll have you on in the future, I'm sure, and hopefully you get some time to play Metroid Prime 4 because I think it's a very pretty game. It looks very nice, especially on Switch too. 120 FPS.
Well, I went for 4K 60, but I'm on an OLED TV with HDR, and so it looks fantastic.
Okay. I haven't fucked with HDR at all. Well, I mean, I had some issues with it at the beginning, so I've just turned it off completely. But I hear it works for some TVs.
you got to work with it, but once you have it set, it's pretty good. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and get off. Maybe Trey will start work on that next week, so I can have the next couple days to just like breathe and play Metroid.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I gotta put this together, and which actually might not be that hard because I think it's coming together pretty well. But no, definitely just reach out to me, and we'll try to figure out a time, because it's like it's December, and Christmas, and it's always this time sucks. So. We'll figure it out, though. If you want to try to crank it out by the end of the year, which we don't necessarily have to, but we'll figure it out.
We will do what we can. I'd like to have it be end of the year, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, just let me know.
Okay. All right. Well, gentlemen, thanks for having me on. Congratulations on 500. This is fantastic.
So
Please keep going. We all love you, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you, John. Appreciate you.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much, John, for being on. Yeah, appreciate you.
Bye,
Take
John.
care.
Great to see you.
Talk soon. Hey,
Shake.
hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, Shake. Long time no see.
Yeah, sorry for keeping you waiting there. It's been, we've been trying to just go through the list of people. You're actually the last one on the show. You're number 5. It's. I just wanted to make sure you knew. I couldn't see the Zoom room or whatever. But Shake, you've been on the show before. You do Wagglefest. It's a great channel on YouTube to check out. You have a podcast now too, that I've seen you did some episodes of.
Yeah, very, very inconsistent podcast, but yes.
But you
have a podcast?
But you got good stuff on there. Yeah. I've seen it through
What's
YouTube.
the podcast?
What's the podcast called?
It's the Wagglefest podcast.
Wagglefest podcast. Okay.
It's the Wagglefest pod.
Keeping the branding on.
Absolutely. Happy holidays, fellas. How are y'all?
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Doing all right.
You too.
Doing all right.
Congratulations, 500 episodes, man. That is such a feat, man. Cheers to y'all. Kudos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gotta bring out the whiskey.
I actually do. Jess actually did buy a full bottle of whiskey for me for the 500, and I haven't cracked it yet because I was too afraid of. I just haven't drank on the podcast lately, because it's. I feel like I can keep myself together better without it, but I'm definitely gonna crack it after this, for sure. But we met through AEW Fight Forever Discord, right? Unofficial Discord or whatever originally.
Yes,
I was trying to give everybody kind of like a background on all the guests, and I actually, I saw what you were doing online. Like I saw your YouTube stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, no, you need to be on the show for sure. Like I really liked what you've been doing, and yeah, you had a whole lot of people following the AEW Fight Forever stuff, and you've been covering the hell out of WWE 2K25. I saw you got 1,000-some hours on there now. You've been playing that thing like it's going out of style.
Listen, it is a fantastic port on Switch 2. So I recommend, like, if you're a wrestling fan, definitely pick it up. You know what I mean? Black Friday, a couple of places had it for $15, but it went quickly.
That was so quick because I was in the shower, and then after I got out of the shower, I saw that you texted me, and I looked for it, and it was already sold out. Within minutes after you sent me that, it was gone. Because they sold it for $15 on Amazon, I guess GameStop and Walmart as well, and all of them were just gone. I mean, that's so insanely cheap for the physical code in a box or whatever.
Yeah.
But
it was code in box. Okay,
but still, $15 is like, that's a hell of a deal.
What was crazy was that the sale was also cross-platform, so it was like Series X, PS5, and on Walmart it'll tell you how many were sold since whatever time, and it'll be 100 sold in the last hour. The Switch 2 version had thousands sold, and I was like, yeah, this is gone.
Yeah, no, when I saw it, I saw the $15 the PS5 and the Xbox One, but the Switch's ones were all gone. So they, So nobody, yeah, I guess nobody really cared about. I mean, well, Switch 2 is kind of the hotness, and it's after like how bad 2K18 was and all that. I'm sure people really love seeing the right way of things on there.
Yep, and I still say this for anyone that might be on the fence. If you haven't played the Switch 2 version, one of the reasons you have to play it, it is absolutely the best implementation of game share of any game, point blank, period.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you showed that to me. Aside for just make sure you turn off your HDR, because it was on my end, it was overblown. But no, I was surprised. You can share it to like 4 people or like to 3 other people, right? Do a whole 4-player from one system, which is insane. Online, even.
I think you could actually do more, like because the game supports, I think, up to 7 people. So, like, if you're in a game share with, like, 5, 6 of your friends, they can all play the game. And the streaming technology feels like magic. Like, you could do, like, any match type. Do a Battle Royal Rumble is kind of nuts.
We played it like nothing was blocked off. It's better than Nintendo's own offerings. Like I said, like, Mario Party made me so mad that you couldn't game share. You can't game share everything. You could game share, like, one board. It's like, what the hell? And you can't even game chat while you're doing it either. It's like, what? It was like, I didn't get it. It's like, that's the one game I wanted to share with everybody, with Mario Party. And it's like, it turns out you can't really, like, fucking get on that, Nintendo.
Big question, Shake. How does 2K compare to the AEW game?
Listen, I like the AEW game. Like, it had, like...
We had a lot of fun with it.
There's lots of fun to be had, but I just think like the breadth of like what 2K offers, right? Like, in terms of the story mode, like there's so many different game modes. The creation suite is crazy. Like, I've been playing My Faction a lot. Like, it's like it has a roster of over 300 wrestlers. Like, you can do a universe mode, and I have like 3 universes running concurrently. Like, I have one that's like only 80s dudes, like straight golden era rock and wrestling, Hogan, Piper, Mr. Wonderful, Tito Santana. I've got a current day roster, and I've got like an post Attitude Era. Well, I guess still Attitude Era, like with like where the WCW guys are in the WWE. So it's just like, but like I love it. Like, the roster is nuts. And I think it captures the sport really well, and it's fun. Like, one of my favorite things to do is like rip the turnbuckle off, distract the ref, then give my opponent a low blow. Like, you could do silly stuff like that. Like, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely want to. I'll give it a try at some point whenever it's cheaper, and whenever I get more. It's also like an 80 gig download. Like, it's so big. Yeah. It's gigantic.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd have to delete everything I have on my Switch.
It's because of all those 80s wrestlers.
Yeah, they're big. You got to fit all that muscle in there, right? You got to muscle them into the Switch.
And the roids.
Yeah. Say Macho Man's got to be at least 2 gigs.
Can you game share Cosmic Invasion, Marvel Cosmic Invasion?
So you can game share Cosmic Invasion, but it's only locally. Like, and I was like,
you can't do it online. I was going to say we should play it sometime, but you can't do it online. That blows.
Yeah, that's a fun game that I've been playing a lot. Like, and I just cracked Split Fiction.
Oh, nice.
And it's so much fun. It was like one of the games that I ended up catching on Black Friday, and
that was
I've been playing it. Like, it is such a fun game. Like, it is giving Prince of Persia, like, platform puzzle vibes, like, just co-op. It's really, really cool. Having a lot of fun with that over the last 48 hours.
Nice.
So is that a game where you have to play with another human being? Or
I think you do.
Yes. You do.
But you can game share that one to Switch 1 even, right?
I think you can do game share to Switch 1, and they do have like this. There's a couple of games that did this. I think it was like Wolfenstein did this on Switch, where like you can like there's a buddy pass, but your friend has to download like the 60 gig game to play with you. Which I guess like if they're really invested in playing the game, you know what I mean? Like, you can coordinate whatever it is, but it's a really fun game. Like, it's better than I thought. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like, it's addictive, and just like how the puzzles work, how the game works, it's really cool.
Nice.
Very, very fun.
Is there a dog sleeping next to you or an animal?
Yes.
Okay. I was hearing like this. I was like, is that snoring?
It's a
Get
snoring
that dog
dog.
on camera.
Yeah.
Get that dog on camera. Let's see.
No, say it.
Oh, that's so cute. Leave it.
We have one of our cats like snores like so loudly. It's pretty hilarious. He's like a big. My wife was talking about it earlier. He's just a giant fluff ball. But yeah, when he passes out, he snores like so loudly. It's funny. He'll snore so loud that he'll wake himself up sometimes.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
But I could
hilarious.
hear. I could hear the dog in the background there.
That's too funny. I'm over here also playing Bret Hart versus Joe.
You don't hear the dog.
Yeah.
So we've had you're the fifth guest on. We've had 4 other people on to talk about favorite NintenDomain moments and what you hope for the future of the podcast. And like we've had you on the show a few times, and I always like having you on, so we figured you'd bring you by and shoot the shit.
Yeah, man, for sure. And I appreciate you guys having me on. You know what I really appreciated most recently, like outside of just being a guest, when John was talking about the Game Boy, the Lego Game Boy recently, because I was like, that was awesome.
You like that? Yeah. Did you get yourself one yet?
I have not gotten it. It's funny. I think my sister or my nephew's going to get it for me as a Christmas gift.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You're going to enjoy it.
Spoilers.
Yes, exactly. Spoilers. I don't know. But and it's funny because I've been collecting like a lot of the Mario sets. So I have the Piranha plant. I've got the Bowser. The big Bowser.
Oh, yeah, the big boy.
Big Bowser. Yeah, I got that and the Mario Kart. Yes.
Yeah, Jeremy's got one back there.
Yeah, I've been collecting them. And also like the Pixel Mario and Yoshi, which is gorgeous, and I haven't built that either. So I feel like that's on the bucket list, the Game Boy, and also maybe the Great Deku Tree at some point, but I don't know.
I'd like to get that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely made me like it's the first Lego set that I've gotten since I was a kid. So
yeah,
it made me think about, oh man, like I think I kind of want to get some more, And I enjoyed the experience.
Doesn't the Deku Tree set give you options for whether it's like
you can do the
Ocarina of Time or
the Breath of the Wild one, right?
I think it's like you turn it around, like it's one half the tree is one and one is the other.
I think you have to decide which one you're going to make. Like I think it's one or the other. Like it's from what I heard. Like but you could take it apart and make it a different way or whatever if you want to. But
yeah,
that's cool.
It's a very cool set, and I've gotten into Lego a bit because of my nephew, actually. And apparently now Lego has the Pokemon license, so that's coming soon. But I enjoyed the kind of like tangent of Lego from the regular proceedings. And like every time I listen to you guys, what I also appreciate about the show in general is just the camaraderie between all of you guys, but also like the breadth. Like I'm like, how do y'all cover so much gaming? Like every week, I'm like, y'all are playing like everything, and I'm like, that's super dope. Like if I want to know how a game is, I definitely am like, okay, I'm gonna listen.
That's good to know. Yeah, I think it helps that we all have like pretty similar but different tastes. Like this week, I'm playing a point and click adventure game, which I think I'm probably the one who's more into those, but the other two are more into RPGs, which I don't play at all, So I think that's one thing that helps.
We do have like pretty different games that we like. And Jeremy's like super into the roguelites, and I can't really get into those. So yeah, it's kind of nice that it's nice when we all like get a different game to play, and we can kind of spread out in that way. It's kind of how you want to do it. Or sometimes you go into sicko mode like me and you buy like 6 games within like 3 weeks in October because they released a shit ton of them. And I know you buy a ton too, Shake. I know you got
I do.
Got a lot from the Best Buy deal and all that.
Honestly, like listen, I picked up what did I pick? I mean, recent pickups I have, oh my goodness. I've got Age of Imprisonment. I got Metroid. I haven't even put Metroid on. Like I have not.
I wasn't sure if you got it or not because I didn't see it on
still sealed.
Yeah,
like it's just loaded on my Switch 2. I downloaded the Red Dead update. Haven't played. Well, actually, I played that for like 2 seconds just to kind of see the performance. But like I heard
it looks good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. But those are my most recent pickups.
Metroid is fun. I'm at like 94% item collection, so I'm almost.
Oh, that's
there.
awesome. That's all. Did you forget to scan anything?
See, I never 100% the scans, but I did scan all of the bosses because I know those are missable. But
yeah,
I'm just going for the 100% items. I never really do this. I just whatever will give me the full ending. That's all I want. It's like the full, ending of it.
You just want all the missiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I want all the energy tanks. I think are very important. That's
now there's the elemental shots or another thing you have to upgrade.
Yeah, we haven't had time to talk about the game at all, really, because we've been talking to guests, which is fine. That'll be like next week. But I mean, once you start it, the first thing that I hated more than anything else, not Miles McKenzie, not whatever, is the fucking control shot. I hate that so much. The psychic shot or whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about, Jeremy?
The one where you like are controlling it as it goes.
Yeah, I hate it. That's the thing I hate more than anything else.
I'm not a big fan.
That's what drove me because there's bosses where you have to use it and you have to hit like 5 parts in a row, and the control is really weird. Like or maybe I really suck at it because I had the hardest time hitting all the stuff. And yeah, I think it's called like the control shot or whatever. But that if I had to say my biggest complaint about Metroid, that's it. That's the thing that really killed me at the beginning.
I don't like
was trying to direct that thing.
You have to make the bomb, the psychic bomb, and then you have to like leave the mode and then like switch back.
Oh yeah. Because
like grab it with your hand, but then you can't like let go of the button or it shoots it back out. So you have to like grab it with your hand and then keep the button held down. And it took me a little while to really get the hang of that. And I guess it's not super important to always do it, but you need it for some puzzles, and I really hate that one.
Yeah, they make you like, it's like, oh yeah, do a.
You have to switch like 4 modes,
and everything is like
a shot.
I saw like a Simpsons quote where it's like, I forget, it's from like one of the episodes where it's like, yeah, this is like regular money except it's psychic money, and that's like basically how I feel about this game. It's like, oh yeah, no, these items are exactly the same as all the other games except we call them psychic things now.
It's
like
the psychic spider ball.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, the psychic spider ball, but it's the same as the other spider ball, except for some of them are suspended in the air, and that makes it
now
psychic.
Samus has a third eye on her helmet. So
yeah, and now there's like psychic grapple points. There's still grapple points. You just have to scan them now before they appear. It's just like
really?
Yeah, the psychic ones. There's real ones and psychic. It's just kind of like the psychic stuff is just kind of silly. It's just like extra stuff to do. It's like
it's like the gimmick of the game, but it's
why you got to move a thing to open a door with your hand.
It's just renaming the normal Metroid abilities.
It's just kind of silly shit. Yeah, sure, it's fun to move like of this like psychic gem or whatever to open a door, but why? I don't understand like what the point of it is. I don't know.
Because of the Lamorne people.
Yeah, because the Lamorne people are psychic and they want you to be psychic too. But no, I like the game a lot. Obviously, that's the only thing I've been playing, and I think it looks beautiful and it plays great on Switch. And give it a try.
I definitely will. That's the one thing I've been hearing, like that it is far and away the best looking Nintendo game. Like they're saying that like it is gorgeous. So I'm excited to kind of see what it looks like and give it a spin. Despite the controversy, being an 80 Metacritic game means that it's a bad game now.
Yeah, that's wild. That it's like, oh my, yeah, it's an 8 or whatever. I mean, who cares? Like, I didn't look at any of the reviews because I didn't want to see spoilers. But
you kind of have to expect that when the hype is built up the way it is. Like,
sure,
sometimes a game lives up to the hype, but it's rare when it's like. 2017 they announced it with just
especially since we've been waiting for it.
Right,
like we had a really terrible guest way back when this one Metroid guy that was like, it's never coming out, never happening, and he was kind of right, but it's out.
He was kind of
right. You're wrong. It didn't come out for a long time, but now it's finally out. But no, it's great. It's great looking, but it's just like, this is a Switch 1 game. Like, it's not even a full-on Switch 2 game. So I'm really hoping for a Metroid Prime 5 Switch 2 exclusive. Like, just fucking do it. Because it's at the top of the charts for the eShop. It's the highest selling Switch 2 game. I hope that means we get a sequel. Like, I want a sequel that's just Switch 2, maybe without the open world stuff. And we just do like a regular, like, whatever. I mean, I'm just saying. I think this.
I mean, an open world's okay. You just do it right.
I mean, I collected all the green gems, which you don't even have to collect all of them. I don't think, because there's still some left, and I still think I got everything.
It just reminds me of like No More Heroes or something.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that as my. I was gonna say that as my nickname. Yeah, it very much feels like No More Heroes 1, where the areas you go to are really really cool, but the in between stuff is kind of empty and boring.
Wait a minute, you didn't like picking up trash?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, it was like
you're picking up trash kind of in Metroid.
That's hilarious.
I guess you're breaking. Yeah, you're collecting the green gems, which I saw somebody point out online, like how you had to collect the green gems in Donkey Kong Bonanza also. So it's like, oh no, what is this Nintendo fascination with green gems?
Yeah. I loved No More Heroes 1. One of my favorite games. I love I love them too. The quirky mini games. And
they're great.
I thought that the overworld wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. Like,
it's just kind of empty and there's not much there.
Yeah. It felt like extraneous.
Yeah, like, you know what it is too? I think at that moment in time, people wanted every open world game to feel like GTA.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
And like, No More Heroes is an action game first that just happened to have like this kind of world map that happened in this city, and maybe that is the experience of Metroid right now, right? Like, it's still this first person adventure game that just happens to have like this, But I'll reserve any real thoughts until I actually like crack it open and play it.
Yeah, I mean, there's
digitally unseal it.
They do some real interesting stuff with the motorcycle. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like hate it. I just the whatever, it does kind of remind me of No More Heroes.
The Akira slide.
It's cool to see it. It's cool to like see it compared to other games that are getting elevated now because of it. Like, I see people like, hey, look at Xenoblade Chronicles X and how cool that open world looked. I'm like, yeah, that's what I said when it came out, because there were so many people being like, oh, it's so empty. I'm like, no, it isn't. It's fucking gorgeous. Or like, I even saw people raising up Sonic Frontiers above the open world of Metroid Prime, and I'm like, hey, finally, Sonic Frontiers was a fucking awesome game. That was like my number 5 or whatever that year. I love that game. But yeah, it's nice to see other things put aside. I've seen people compare it to, like, Wind Waker had like a pretty empty open world too, where it took a long time to sail from one thing to another. Like, people comparing it to that. So it's interesting to see what's out there.
That's like real life, though.
Yeah. But I think it's great. So yeah, you said your favorite. You talked about the Game Boy. What do you think? What do you think it holds for us in the future of NintenDomain, or what would you like to see?
I think sticking with the camaraderie between you guys, I'd like to see more video content of you guys actually like playing or doing reviews.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like, I think tandem reviews would be really awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a really special banter between all of you guys and the perspectives. It'll give like that old EGM feeling, but except in video form. You know what I mean? Like, and Trey, you could be Sushi X.
Which one was Sushi? I mean, it's been a long time since I've read AGM. I know that some of those guys, because I listened to the 8-4 podcast, the guys who do like a localization in Japan, and a lot of them worked in AGM, but I think it was later. But I don't remember. Yeah, I remember the name Sushi X, but I don't remember what did they do? Did they hate everything or what?
Yeah, well, Sushi X was like it was iconic because it was kind of like, he was like one of the first avatars I remember. It was the ninja guy. Like, it was like this anonymous reviewer, and it was just like Sushi X, and his avatar was just like a caricature of a ninja. Like, but he did, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would time in on the reviews.
So he was kind of like a VTuber before.
Yeah.
But I wasn't an EGM reader. I was a GamePro reader, and GamePro, that was their thing. Like, every one of the editors was an avatar. It was Scary Larry, Dan Electro. I didn't know that about EGM though.
Yeah, so good stuff. I mean, that's what I would love. Like, I would love that. I think, like,
yeah, that'd be fun.
And I think it's a logical extension of what you guys already do. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just maybe being a bit more intentional. Like, we're all gonna review this game, and give it a finite score. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, man, I would love to see that. Just more video content around stuff like that, getting your guys' perspectives.
We could do it through. Sorry, no.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, sorry, no. I was just gonna say we could do it through game chat. You know, because we
yeah.
were just saying earlier, none of us has really used it. I think the only person I think I probably used it the most was with you, Shake. But yeah, I haven't used it in a long time, and yeah. But I think we got a comment from a listener saying that you remember that like fire game that they did, like the
yes
whatever, or actually you know him,
yeah.
you know him, you played with him online. Our friend Jesse, he sent me a message and said you guys should you should all get that game and record the whole podcast like that. And I'm like I don't want to watch. I'm like I don't want to buy that game.
Remember there was a game, it was called like By the Campfire or something, where you just
yes,
that's what he was talking about. He's like do a whole where like they have the weird floating faces, and it was like yeah, I don't want to buy that game.
About that game.
It was in one of the directs. It was in like the partner direct or whatever.
You just sit around a campfire.
But it would be fun. Yeah, it would be fun to play something to play something together that, or like review it like in a video form like that. I never really thought about that in that sort of way.
Our video, yeah, we're not really big on our video. Trey, you do all the video stuff really anymore.
Well, I mean, I'll do like some. I mean, most of the time, all I was really doing was just playing Fortnite with Joe because he was all that was left of our AEW group. I mean, you're still there, Shake, as well, but you don't want to play Fortnite, and we can't get anything for us all to play. And yeah, I was trying to get him because Joe like bought a PS4. I was like, dude, get WWE so you guys can play 2K, and but I don't think he even liked that. Yeah, he got a PS4 and he's like, oh, Fortnite sucks on there. I'm going back to the Switch, and I'm like, okay, all right, because he prefers the Switch 1 version of it or whatever. So I don't know. But yeah, no,
I think it's the convenience of being able to play handhelds. Honestly,
sure, yeah, play whenever you want. I don't know if you've been able to check out. I did want to say it. We haven't been able to talk much games, but we have a little bit of time here at the end. The Sonic Racing Crossworlds looks fucking awesome on Switch 2. Like the Switch 2 upgrade, it looks beautiful.
Getting it. I was thinking
it elevated it on my list of game of the years now that it looks now that it's got like the 4K and the 60 FPS or whatever. It looks awesome. And I was I bought it for Switch 1 when it came out, and I think the deal is done now, but it was like $5 just to get the Switch 2 version after you had the Switch 1 one. I just got it last week and it looks fucking great now. It looks as good as it does on like the PS5 and those other ones, so
I thought about buying the upgrade and then waiting for the game to go on sale because it was already on sale. Like
you could do that? I guess you could. Yeah. Buy the upgrade for $5 and then just wait because I did see it physical. I saw it physical on sale for $30, I think, on Amazon or something like that. But no, it's great. I like it better than Mario Kart World, but there's a lot more to do on there than what we have. And Mario Kart kind of fizzled out pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
I like Wreckfest better than Mario Kart World. So.
Well, both of you do, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, both of you dropped off it on there. But no, I was just going back through it, and there's still a lot of like extra cars that I still haven't unlocked because I didn't go to like the race park where you do a bunch of themed challenges, and there was still a bunch of shit I hadn't got. So it was just fun to just go through and do it again. And now that it looks really, really pretty, everything looks so much better now. And it really was a big change between the two of them, but I highly recommend that for anybody who likes racing games. It's fun as hell. The online's real good too, and they've been doing monthly festivals for like because they're releasing free Sega characters like every month, and they're going to do it for the next year.
Oh wow!
So they did Ichiban from Yakuza. They did Joker from Persona, and then they're going to do Ai from Super Monkey Ball as well. And they had
that's dope.
Oh, the Knights, the character from the Knights is going to be in there too. Knights into Dreams. So like,
okay.
So they're adding more free stuff, and then there's also like paid DLC where you can get like SpongeBob and like Minecraft. Oh, and I played the Minecraft level like through online. It looks fucking cool. Like you go through all the there's there's portals in the Minecraft level that take you to different parts, and it was really cool for what it was. And that's cool. You can play.
It's probably like the Nether portal and stuff.
Yeah, it was jumping from one. But every track is different, which is how this game works anyway. But the Minecraft, the DLC race looked really, really cool. So I was like, it kind of blew me away. And I was like, oh yeah, Minecraft, because I was hoping to get that because the DLC, like the year pass or whatever, it's like $30 if that ever went on sale. I figured I'd get it just because they're adding like actual like new cups and stuff along with new racers, but also they're adding ones for free too.
Are they adding new tracks or is it
Yeah, they're adding new tracks. So the Minecraft track is a DLC track, but I think they're going to add new free stuff too, along with the free characters. But every time there's a new character, they do an online thing that's kind of like Splatfest, you know, where it's like, let's do a Ichiban festival or let's do a Joker festival or whatever, and you unlock like specific decals and stuff that have to do with that character that you could put on your car or whatever, you know, like they do some really cool they've done some really cool like online events and whatnot. And now there's like a special legend race that you can do, but where you have to be like the highest. You basically have to be like legend level, you know, so you have to get yourself all the way up there and you'll only race against those people. Like there's a certain event like that
wow.
too. So they got some really cool stuff.
I really feel like Sega did their big one with Sonic Cross Worlds because I feel like what Mario Kart is missing to me is like the replayability, specifically because it's so hard to like, because of the what are they calling them? Like the in between tracks, whatever they're called, right? Like they're pretty boring for the most part. And with the last update, they changed like one or two of them materially. Like they added like, you know, different routes that you could take, which is cool. But I think the thing about like 8 Deluxe was not just how many tracks, but like you actually got to know the tracks, the shortcuts, and I feel like this game, like when I play Mario Kart World, it feels like it lost the skill. Like that's the big thing for me. Like, you know, like it's not about drifting, it's not about cutting corners, it's just chaos now. And then you have like these straightaways that are pretty boring. And I just think that Sonic Cross Worlds is like what they're doing with the warping to the different stages is like they have like all of these stages that you got to get familiar with because you never know which one you're going to warp to. But I think like they're taking a Smash Bros approach to, you know what I'm saying, like racing, which I thought Nintendo would have done by now. Right? Like the fact that they're doing all of this crossover stuff, the fact that they're like, we're going to bring in everybody from every freaking franchise we can into this game. And
you
like,
see the most of it in 8 Deluxe for sure. Like World, not so much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And it was hard to go. That was a big thing also going from 8 Deluxe to World where it felt like you're really going down here where 8 Deluxe was perfect and it's, you know, it can never quite live up to that. I mean, maybe eventually, maybe in like 10 years when they
especially
had all the
since
stuff.
we were promised that it would make sense that it was $80 to buy it, and we still
right.
Like, what the hell,
man?
At least we don't know why that is.
At least like I'm saying, like, I felt like Sega was really killing it this year. Like with they set up and even like with all their characters, they set it up with the releases. So like when Persona 3 came out on Switch 2, that's when Joker came out in the game. Or like when Yakuza Kiwami 2 came out, that's when that came. Like they had everything all like, and they mapped it out too. They're like, here's all the dates, and here's when we're going to do this. And you know, I just felt like they were on fire. They were on fire with all the releases, for sure.
Yeah. I based on your recommendation, I will definitely pick it up. It's a game that I've been interested in. Like I played the online beta test or whatever they had a couple of months back, and on Switch, and I was like, this is pretty fun. And I was waiting for the Switch 2 to come out, or the Switch 2 version to come out. So like knowing that it's a good port, I'm definitely gonna pick it up. I might not even wait for it to go on sale.
It's pretty wild to have it release on the same day as Metroid Prime 4 even too, where it's like
yeah,
that was great. I was like, yeah, Sonic Racing Crossroads and Metroid Prime on the same day. Yeah, fun shit. All right, well I think we're good episode length here. Thanks to everyone who's been on before, and thank you so much to you as well, Shake. It's always great to have you on the show.
Yeah, congratulations, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I next time I'm in the Shy for work or something, I'm usually there for like a very short trip, and my itinerary's pretty packed. But I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, man, got to get up with Trey.
Oh yeah, hit me up if you're
here. Got to throw back some celebratory whiskey.
I do enjoy the whiskeys.
Done.
I got some.
Yes.
I got that bottle upstairs. I'm gonna crack it open and watch Winter's Comings tonight, right? For AEW Dynamite. I'm gonna watch that.
Is that your 300 glass?
This is the the NintenDomain glass. Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot you. Yeah, you got us. I forgot you got us whiskey glasses for Christmas one year.
I've got mine downstairs in the cabinet. But
Wait a minute. There's NintenDomain adult merch.
This was
not so much.
What John made. Actually, that's something we should be. That's something we should be doing as a future of the show. Is I know like through Patreon, if you're on like the $15 level, you can get like posters and stuff that I made, and I got them sent to myself just to see them, and they're cool. I designed them, but I mean, as far as like we should get like a shop together where you sell like shot glasses and stuff like that.
Not a bad idea. No, these were a couple years back for Christmas. I got these on Etsy. It says NintenDomain on one side, and there's a NES controller on the other side.
Oh, that's awesome. That etching is cool of the Nintendo silhouette, like the controller of the NES. That's fire.
Dishwasher safe.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Confirmed.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and I've been telling everyone. So we have a poll on our Patreon. It's free to everyone, but it was tied. But patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast. If you want to go vote on there, Shake, or anybody who's watching, for our next expansion pack episode that we do, you can do that. I think it's not tied anymore, but who knows? It might be tied again. But anybody, it's free. It's free to everyone, even if you're not a patron. You can still vote on it. So throw a vote down if you can. And definitely
practice democracy.
And definitely check out, like I said, check out Wagglefest. You put up a lot of stuff on there still.
Yeah, I'm making content again for real. I got to do my year-end stuff. There's a couple of Switch 2 things. Looking back, we're 6 months in.
It's a pretty great 6 months. Like Nintendo had a lot of really interesting titles. Like I've seen people comparing it to like GameCube or whatever, right? Like Kirby Air Ride getting a sequel, like Metroid Prime getting a sequel, like I don't know. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Bonanza is such a good game.
Bonanza is incredible. I'm very excited for the top of the year with Resident Evil. Like super stoked for that. The Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined seems like it's going to be a really I'm just excited and I think like having console parity in the palm of your hands is pretty crazy. And honestly, like I feel like because I've been experimenting with game share, and there's some games that I'm like Nintendo is underselling this feature right now because like Puyo Puyo does a fantastic job of game share. WWE like even with the upgrade to I was playing with a friend who just got the system and they didn't have any of the games just yet outside of Mario Kart World. And like I booted up Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, which is now through Game Chat, and I'm just like, and Game Share, and I'm just like, why aren't they featuring this in their ads more? It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's been a cool console launch. I think we get to revisit it in June, but again, congratulations to y'all, man. 500 episodes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Deal.
We've been
big deal, man.
Sticking at it. Yeah, for over 10 years. I think our first episode we ever put out on the internet was maybe the beginning of November 2015, I think. But we recorded stuff before that. It just took me some months to figure out how to get it out there. I didn't really know how to do anything. So
it was pretty lo-fi too at the beginning.
Yeah, because I think we recorded like 4 or 5 episodes before I actually posted them, and I think that Jess and I had actually recorded stuff before that. Like it was just me, just trying to podcast, just going out and recording shit, because I had already been recording for my job, but just trying to do it in this way. So, but it's been a great run. We've met a lot of very cool people, and I feel like I'm very happy that we've stuck to it for so long, and I feel like it makes me better at talking to people from podcasting. I think a little bit. And then the real world.
It helps me take my hobby more serious.
Yeah, and it makes you try. It helps you. You could try to schedule your game playing better, even though I still got a lot of stuff in the backlog or whatnot. But probably never clear that. But we try to do what we can for the show and all that.
I'd say all my game purchasing over the last however many years that I've been on the show. Oh man, it's probably been doubled, tripled, quadrupled because of the show. It's just like I feel like I need to buy something because of the show, have something to talk about.
Sure. Or you can
I love like justifying buying a game because of the podcast. It's one of my favorite things.
I'll say, or you could do it for your own enjoyment. You know, it's not like video games aren't fun or something like that.
It's for my own enjoyment, but the podcast.
But help push you over because you'd be like, oh, you can talk about it. Yeah.
It's a secondary reason to do it.
It's like, well, okay, I've got to because of the show.
Yeah, you know, like the $100 Virtual Boy case that
I just bought.
Would the listeners even take me serious?
It's up now.
Have the new Metroid game.
Yeah, the Virtual Boy is up now. We'll have to talk about it more next.
I did not.
I didn't get it. I didn't get the full one just because it's December. I'm broke, but I paid for the $25 cardboard one just because I was afraid it might get sold out or something. Just because I do want to play the Virtual Boy stuff, but you know how incredibly uncomfortable it was to play the actual Virtual Boy thing, and also if you get the cardboard one, then you can play your Labo games again. Like you can play Labo VR, sort of, you know, or like Breath of the Wild VR, which you could play on there. I want to try that out with the cardboard
with better resolution now.
Yeah, and better frame rate too. It'll be interesting. So yeah, it'll be interesting to check that out. But yeah, we'll talk about it next week more. Of course, more in the future, and we'll have we'll definitely have you on shows in the future as well. Shake, you're always great to have on here.
Yeah, and I gotta have you guys, on the Wagglefest pod.
Yep.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Hit me up. I'll definitely be there.
All right. I haven't done a crossover pod in a long time.
Yeah, and thanks for everybody who watched this on Twitch that we've been streaming and YouTube or wherever. Thanks for watching. Leave comments and all that, and you can catch us every Friday afternoon is when we post the podcast. And if you like us and you want to support the show and hear bonus episodes, we got like almost 100 on the Patreon, on the patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast. We do a show called Expansion Pack every month where we get we do more topic-based stuff and less like news things. And the WART radio is on that too, where I'll do all the music from the episodes into like a playlist and all that stuff. You can check that out there. So check that out. And also you could find us on whatever, on the web, on Twitter, on Blue Sky, NintenDomain, all those places. And
thanks to everybody who's listened to over the years, even if you're not listening to us right now, if you've listened to one episode, thank you. We appreciate you. We love you, and we're just grateful for your time and attention and your fandom. And we love you. Thank you.
Thank you. And
you're nice.
And we've been your hosts. I'm Trey Johnson.
I'm Jerry Mikowski.
John Knitter.
And special guest
Shake from Wagglefest.
Thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Congrats, y'all.
500.
On to 501.
Thank you. Just like the jeans.
Yep. I know that's going to be a lot of jokes on that next week. Jeremy will be doing that.
Yeah, I've got so many jeans jokes.